What's up, everybody? Episode 99 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I'm one of your four co-hosts this week, Tanner, and with me, as per usual, are
Colt.
It's Patrick with two C's.
Oh, shit!
Cruel Wenzel.
Great.
I don't know. I was gonna do Cruel Angel Wenzel, but I don't know.
So you dropped the angel and just did cruel.
Yeah,
Wenzel.
I was. You put me on the spot. I got nervous.
It's okay. We'll come back to it.
I've introduced you every week for almost 2 fucking years.
And now's when you decide to do something stupid as shit.
And that was the worst one.
All right, Colt's getting cut.
Tanner just told me to do it. He didn't want to hurt your feelings.
And this week on the show, so last week we did our anime opening bracket reveal. This week, similar to what we did last year, we are going to fill out one collaborative bracket. So the rules are, the rules are, so with the 64 to get to our round of 32, if you want to go by March Madness terminology, to get to there has to be unanimous, and to get from the round of 32 to your Sweet 16 also has to be unanimous, and then from our Sweet 16 to the Final 8 to the Final 4 to the championship to our winner, it has to be sort of argument or I don't want to say argument based because there could possibility be like no arguments. So it's gonna similar to like our year-end awards. It's going to work like that where people are just going to like give their case and be like, oh, okay, and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's going to be some arguments.
There's going to be some arguments. So we all
discussion.
So we all four have our singular brackets that we filled out, and then Cody, God rest his soul, not here.
He died and went to South Korea.
Yeah, died and went to South Korea. Has also sent me his bracket, just so, but mainly we will make fun of his bracket.
Yeah, I mean, the original idea, I think we talked about it in the first episode, was we're going to use the bracket as like a tiebreaker if we can't decide on a song. But from what we understand,
so with our rules, since we only have Cody's singular bracket to go off of and no further context, Cody's bracket can't be a tiebreaker. Considering we're doing unanimous down to the Sweet 16, and it's possible Cody has 16 different openings in his final 16 than we will come up with.
And I mean, Tanner has been very vague about what's on the bracket.
I'm the only person that has seen it besides Cody who has filled it out.
So yeah, we're gonna laugh at it.
Yeah, so there will probably be some chuckles. So
little bits and giggles.
Some guffaws.
Huh?
Some guffaws.
Some guffaws. I don't like to use language on the show, but yes. So we all have our singular brackets, and I guess we can just get down to it. So I mean, some of these are going to be like very quick, very like, yeah, obviously that wins. But then like even for some of these first and second round matchups, there may be some like discussion of like, oh, but you know.
When I made my joke earlier, I shaked really hard, and now I'm dizzy.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna need to keep it together for the next 90 minutes.
Yeah, Wenzel, you're sound guy, so you literally cannot fall apart. So are we ready to do this? Are we ready to fill out the perfect bracket?
Yeah.
The official AYCH bracket?
Go.
I'm gonna open mine up. Don't copy me, Colt. All right. So I guess let's just get down to it. So if you're following at home, we will be doing upper left, then lower left, then upper right, then lower right, and that's the order we will keep throughout.
Yep.
See?
So if you're filling out a bracket at home with us.
Wait, you said upper right?
Upper left.
Okay, just making sure.
There's 2 things I could have said there. Come on, pay attention.
Hey, I'm not the one that for over the weekend kept saying upper right when it was actually upper left.
Yeah, that was one time. Maybe.
No, it was actually 3 times.
Whatever. All right. Our first matchup is the Cowboy Bebop opening 1 versus the Sailor Moon English opening 1. So, I mean, as much as it pains me to say, Bebop goes on.
I agree 100%.
I voted Bebop.
Yeah, so Bebop goes. Patrick, do you have any?
I voted for Bebop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What did Cody vote for? Oh, you need to bring it up now. He had to vote for Sailor Moon.
Yeah, he probably just...
Cody did vote for Sailor Moon.
No.
Which I will say, that's a hard match. That's a tough first round matchup in general. That's a very tough 1 versus 16 matchup. Just because the Sailor Moon English opening is so iconic.
Yeah.
For some.
To me.
What do you mean for some?
It's not for me.
It's literally ingrained in pop culture.
It's not ingrained in my brain. I deleted it.
So that's kind of like I would have loved for the Sailor Moon English opening to actually make it. 'Cause I think it's like
It's very good.
one of the 3 most recognizable English specific openings.
Yeah.
So I really wish it could have went on, but alas. So Cowboy Bebop into the round of 32, pretty chalk.
Yep.
Next we have Futari wa Pretty Cure opening 1 versus Yuri on Ice opening 1. I've said it before on this podcast. I'll say it again. Yuri on Ice is one of my favorite anime, and that Yuri on Ice opening is phenomenal.
I voted for Yuri on Ice as well.
I don't really care for either, but I voted for Futari wa.
Colt.
Yeah.
I voted for Yuri on Ice.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yuri on Ice. Well, so I mean,
Yeah.
okay, Yuri on Ice.
I don't really care.
Chalk.
I mean, it was a very whenever we watched whatever it was, the Futari Wa, I didn't really care for it. I was like, oh, this kind of sucks.
Yeah,
so
I
was
didn't.
Like, Yuri on Ice got me like into it. I didn't even watch the show, but I'm like, man, I could.
Yeah, that Yuri on Ice opening is phenomenal.
The singing and the animation of them skating, it was just, I loved it.
Yeah.
Winslow's wearing his ice skates right now.
Yeah, I'm
no,
literally wearing ice
yeah,
skates as well. So
White Album.
So up next, we have Naruto opening 2 versus Kokaku opening 1. This might be a surprise to some, but I have Kokaku moving on to the next round.
I have Kokaku moving on as well.
Kokaku.
I have Naruto.
Oh, man.
So here's the thing. I should give some I love Naruto. I think we all here probably grew up with Naruto.
Except for Wenzel.
Except Wenzel, who
I'm looking around.
somehow missed it. But watching,
I didn't miss it.
Well, didn't miss it, but
I just didn't care.
Yeah. So, that Kokaku opening, though, and I've never seen Kokaku, that shit was awesome. Like, made me want to watch the show immediately.
Oh yeah, no. The music, the song, whatever song it was great, and then just the colors and the animation was gorgeous.
The animation was gorgeous. The song was great. It was very colorful. That second Naruto opening, while good and like iconic in its own sense, like didn't give me that same like feeling as the Kokaku one. And it's a show I've never seen.
I don't even remember the opening too for Naruto, but because whenever I saw Kokaku, I knew it exactly. Like as soon as the song started, I was like, "Oh, it's winning!" It's just so good.
Yeah.
I just immediately put it down.
So Pat, you want to give a case for Naruto?
I mean, well, I enjoyed the Naruto thing that's in this in this position, but it's not my favorite. And like, even though Kokaku like was a fine song, it didn't make any impression on me. But I'm not. This isn't a battle I'm gonna fight.
Okay, so Kokaku moving on to the next
Naruto.
round. So Pat, that convinced me. Naruto, second round. Up next, we have the DBZ Japanese opening 1 versus the Death Parade opening 1. That Dragon Ball Z Chala, Head Chala is just, it's too iconic. DBZ has to go to the next round.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, it's iconic,
Yeah.
and I honestly don't remember the Death Parade opening, other than they look like butlers.
The Death Parade opening, while good, is, I don't want to say unremarkable, but it's like, it doesn't leave an impression on me. So that's where I stand with that.
I voted Death Parade.
What did you like about the Death Parade opening?
I liked the animation, and then I can't remember the song exactly, but I guess I liked it more than the DBZ, or I liked it more than DBZ Japanese. The DBZ Japanese was just kind of like, whatever.
That's an insane take, but okay.
I'm sorry, I just didn't really care for like watching it. I was just kind of like bored. At least with Death Parade, I was somewhat interested in it, but I mean, I'm not gonna watch Death Parade though. So
Pat, were you DBZ or Death Parade?
I was Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. So
Cody?
Oh,
Cody.
Cody.
What did Cody vote for?
Cody had DBZ as well.
What about one for Naruto and
He put Naruto.
He put Naruto, and he actually had Futari beating out Yuri on Ice as well.
What a okay.
That's our Cody for us. I'll be giving a Cody update all rounds as well.
Yeah, no. This is not a battle.
Yeah, this is not where the fights should be fought. I
Not
guess
yet,
not
no.
yet.
But also, even though I said that I liked it a little bit, this was just kind of one of those things where it's like I didn't really care for either.
Yeah.
So I picked one that I liked a little bit more than the other.
So up next, we have the Bobobo opening 1 versus the Digimon Tamers opening 1. That Bobobo opening
That was very good.
fucks hard.
No, like seeing that just threw me way back to like childhood.
Yeah, like threw me back to mid to late 2000s.
Toonami's on TV.
Toonami's
You're chilling on
on.
the living room couch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chewing on the living room couch.
Chewing. No, chilling. Yeah, no,
No,
exactly.
chewing.
Oh, okay.
Like, Colt was teething during that time.
Yeah, Colt. Yeah, Colt was teething in the mid 2000s. Pat, what about you?
I had Bobobo.
Okay, so Bobobo goes in pretty easy.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because, not to gripe against Colt, but anytime we talk about something that was happening, he progressively lists himself as being younger and younger. Like, he'll just say, like, oh, I was 4 when this happened. It happened, like, a few years ago. No.
Boom, get shit on Colt.
No, it's a good bit, I think. I like it.
I'm 3.
Oh, he baby.
Basically,
No, that's what I was saying. I was like, basically, baby.
basically Colt baby. Up next, we have the Bleach opening 1 versus the My Hero Academia opening 3.
I have to say it. I'm gonna say it. Bleach OP1.
Yeah, easy.
It's easy for me.
Yeah, Bleach opening 1.
No, I'm My Hero Academia.
Are you? How?
I didn't. Again, another like when I saw that Bleach opening, I was just like, whatever.
Oh my god!
It just looked boring to me.
Oh my
like,
God.
All the Bleach. Like, were there how many Bleach?
There's
openings?
2 Bleach openings.
Yeah, every time I watched them, I didn't really care.
I will say the other one that made the bracket, I'm kind of with you. Like I don't want to say again because I think every Bleach opening is good, but this one to me, like, and there's probably a little bit of nostalgia thrown in too, but like this is one of the only themes that made the entire bracket, and one of the only ones that got nominated in general that I get chills watching.
Yeah.
And which, granted, like, that didn't happen the first time I watched the show, obviously, but I still think it's in such a neat style. The song is a fucking banger. It perfectly introduces you to the characters, like, right out the gate. Like, I think it's close to a perfect opening. And as far, like, the My Hero opening is also good. And again, I wish, because this is 2 of my beloved shonen anime, I really wish My Hero didn't get paired off with Bleach in the first round, because I would have loved because this is my favorite My Hero opening as well. And I wish it could have went on further, but it has to be Bleach. No contest for me.
I don't know. I mean, I never watched Bleach, and when I watch these openings, I think you guys show me more. Every time I watch the openings, it really doesn't help for me, because I'm just like, wow, this looks really something. Like, I mean, no offense to it, because I know nothing about it, so I can't be like, it's bad, even though I've never seen it. It's just like the openings just bore me. And with My Hero, like, even though I've seen My Hero, I've read My Hero, but when I watch the openings, I'm just like, this gets me hyped, pumped up for it. Even if I think OP3 was maybe the weaker. I can't remember what the song was in that one.
Opening 3 is the All Might punching down dude.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, yeah, no, that's a great opening.
No, I mean it's phenomenal. And again, I really wish it didn't get paired off with Bleach in the first
I
round.
take that back. Yeah, it's really great. That's
Yeah.
why I didn't vote for Bleach.
Pat, what did you have this round?
I actually had My Hero.
Oh shit!
Oh shit. Okay.
So
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I grew up with Bleach, but so this one does like ring a bit nostalgic. But the first intro to Bleach isn't my favorite. So this one's not a very strong one for me.
Sure.
So I chose My Hero because I just felt it was a stronger song.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I felt, especially with the animation. Who's breathing?
I mean, we all breathe.
No, who is breathing directly into the mic?
Oh, I don't know.
I can hear you.
But anyways,
No, I'm just kidding.
so I don't really. So
What was
y'all are My Hero. So do
Yeah.
we? So
we probably
for the first round, do we want to consult with the Cody bracket?
We're probably gonna have to, and I know what he's gonna put. So yeah, let's consult Cody.
Let's do it.
We're gonna have to.
Cody had Bleach
Yep.
in the first round.
That's the only one of the few that I'm glad Cody put.
Yeah, I agree. It's very possible that this first round rule bites us in the ass.
Yeah. I don't know.
yeah.
Like I mean, I completely understand the whole nostalgia for it, but like I think I've talked about my brackets, like specifically, like there's very little to any nostalgia on it because
Sure.
I mean, I'm like Kylo, let the past die.
Well, like
I'm just kidding. Like, no, it's completely fine. It's just, I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously Bleach won. It's just, I don't know where I'm going with this. Go ahead.
for me, like I try to take nostalgia out of my bracket too, just because I think to look at these objectively, like I try to do that. We should also mention I actually watched all 64 of these openings together.
We watched them back to back,
like all back to back.
So like voting was like real time, like we did it right then and there. And I guess what I'm saying is like, you know, like you definitely need to take nostalgia, and then when it comes to like stuff like this where it's like you have newer anime, for me it's like kind of hard to be like, it's newer so it's better, because I mean that's just not always the case. So
Bleach.
Bleach.
Up next, you know what, I can just read Cody's bracket instead of squinting at mine. Up next, we have never mind, because that's a blurry-ass picture. We have the JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 5 opening versus the... I can never pronounce.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Yes.
Japanese opening.
Rurouni Kenshin, Japanese opening 1. That Part 5 opening is awesome. Is incredible. I think it's JoJo no contest.
Yeah.
Fighting gold, baby.
I had JoJo.
Okay, so JoJo pretty
Part
chalk.
5.
What did Cody vote for?
Cody put Rurouni.
Cody put Kenshin. You know he
What
did.
the fuck?
So it's funny because like I think it's a gorgeously animated opening. It's just, I think the problem with because I feel like we were taking into consideration the song itself and the animation.
And animation,
But I feel like the song is so jarring with that, because it's a very like happy, like, you know, kind of cutesy song, but like it has like this sort of kind of medieval combat in it. So like it doesn't quite sync up.
No, I completely agree with that. With the Kenshin theme, it doesn't match. It doesn't match at all. It's like the show owners was like, okay, we don't care what the song is, just give us whatever, and they gave him like this cutesy, like kind of poppy jazz opening to go with the animation. Again, the animation's gorgeous. It's just the song does not match it at all. So it's not really a coherent opening,
man,
to me. And in our final first round matchup in the upper left hand quadrant, we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1 opening 1 versus Bleach opening 7. Again, for me, it has to go to JoJo here.
Yeah.
Same boat.
I had JoJo opening 1.
And like, because kind of like what Pat's argument was for the last Bleach opening, this Bleach opening doesn't really resonate with me at all. I probably wouldn't even have it in my top 5 Bleach openings. And so I was kind of shocked that it even made the final bracket, especially because it seemed like all the Bleach opening votes were cannibalizing each other. So I was surprised like this was one of the two that made it out of the pack alive. But for me, I think it has to go to JoJo regardless. And I do think this JoJo opening is one of the weaker JoJo openings. Not to say it's bad, but I think it's one of the weaker ones. But that's also the argument for my Bleach opening here. I think the Bleach opening is one of the weaker ones.
Oh, what'd you have, Pat?
I actually had Bleach.
Oh.
But I like this Bleach opening better than the first one that was on the bracket, but it's still like, you know, it's one I like, but it's not one I was gonna fight for.
No, okay.
So I'm perfectly fine with JoJo moving ahead.
Okay.
All right.
What did Cody have?
Fucking Bleach.
No, actually, Cody had JoJo.
What the fuck? You need it. He
Wait a
likes
minute.
Part 1's OP more than Part 5.
Oh, that's stupid.
Well, it's either that or he just likes Rurouni Kenshin more than he likes Bleach.
Sorry, that sounded really mean. It's not stupid, but it's
No, it's stupid. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's just move down. Bottom left.
Bottom left.
We ready?
I guess.
All right. In our first matchup, we have Samurai Champloo versus Space Dandy. So this one for me was actually pretty hard, like a pretty hard 1 versus 16 matchup.
Yeah, no, it was really hard.
They're both really good, both really stylish in their own way. But I had to give the edge to our 1 seed here, Samurai Champloo.
Goddamn right. I'm in the exact same boat. Every time I watch this opening, I am thrown back to when I first watched this back in 2007, and it just hurts. 2007, 2008. It was a very emotional ride for 7, 8-year-old me.
What'd you go?
Space Dandy.
Space Dandy? Okay.
What about you, Pat?
Actually, I had the shampoo, even though like I watched all of Space Dandy. It's just I feel like something about shampoo has like a more like energetic opening, like more. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but like I kind of gravitate toward just my own personal taste, like a more like energetic song. And Space Dandy's is a bit more like a laid back.
That's the thing though. I thought Space Dandy's song was more energetic than Samurai Champloo's song.
Oh yeah, Samurai Champloo is chill as hell. I love it.
That's what I was thinking. Like it was very laid back.
I actually think taking devil's advocate here. I actually think both of the openings are kind of chilled out in a way. Like I don't see either of the two of like a super energetic like hell yeah like something to get you pumped to watch an anime.
Yeah.
Sort of like a normal DBZ or a My Hero opening.
I guess it's like upbeat chill.
I guess it's like
maybe not that for Samurai Champloo's case because it was more like low, I guess downbeat. Yeah.
And so for this battle, it kind of came down to me to just purely animation. And again, while I think Space Dandy is gorgeous, that Champloo opening is top tier.
That's the thing, though. I've seen Samurai Champloo, and then rewatching the opening, I was like, visually, I thought the Space Dandy's was more striking than Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a completely fair argument. Here's my thing. I wouldn't even mind. I don't mind if Champloo loses out here.
I mean, to be honest, like I feel so strongly about either of them that if any of them won, that's completely fine.
And I will say Cody did have Space Dandy moving into the next round.
Okay.
Fuck?
So
Space Dandy's good though.
It's good, but Cody, he's more of a Champloo person.
Yeah, that's what shocked me because I figured Cody would have had Champloo going pretty far in his bracket.
Fucking Raruni Kenshin made it.
So
okay, I guess Samurai Champloo's moving up.
Okay, Samurai Champloo can move up, but again, I feel like all four of the 1 versus 16 matchups were like kind of tough. Like going back to the upper left for a second, like the Sailor Moon English opening was the literal last opening to make it in. It is the 64. Like if these seeds were seeded 1 through 64, that Sailor Moon opening is number 64. Like, so I don't know, I find it kind of wild. All right, up next we have the My Hero Academia opening 1 versus Hajime no Ippo opening 1. Again, this is probably going to shock people. I had Hajime moving on to the next round.
I'm in the exact same boat as well. I like opening 1, but Hajime no Ippo, I felt that shit.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed the montage of him working out with the fucking good ass music.
Yeah, that Hajime opening it goes hard. It's fucking so good.
I had My Hero.
Yeah,
I had My Hero as well.
Oh wow.
You know what Cody had?
I do know what Cody had.
My Hero.
Nope, Cody had Hajime moving on to
He's
the next round.
surprising me.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I don't remember what was in the Hajime.
The Hajime opening is pretty much like a training montage of like, fucking boxing.
Oh, it was the boxing one?
Yeah, the boxing one.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
And it has like a good ass track to it, and like while the animation, there's nothing mind blowing about the animation, just the way it flows in the opening to me was really freaking good.
I enjoyed this song, but like you said, the animation was just kind of like, it was just, I don't know, I just couldn't feel it. I didn't feel like it didn't get me pumped for anything. Like, which don't get me wrong, no, not every opening has to get you pumped.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it's just like with the way for like a boxing anime, there you think it would have more energy, and for me, it just didn't feel energetic or anything to it. There was nothing really to characterize it. That's the best way to describe it, because with opening 1 for My Hero, it's like the song that was used and the animation, it perfectly matches up with sure. it. It was just completely in sync, and that's why I was like, My Hero has to win this one.
But I'm in the complete opposite boat as you for Hajime, because that Hajime opening got me fucking hyped. I wanted to punch a wall. Like it is.
Really?
Yeah.
I think, like I said, it's not as energetic. It's definitely more laid back, or not laid back, but I'm going to use this word again. No, it's dull. That's how I guess I'm saying. It's dull to me.
I don't.
Nah,
I don't feel that at all.
Sharp as shit.
Pat, why did you choose My Hero over Hajime?
I guess like Hajime, I think it was a good song, but I guess it just didn't really grab me. I didn't think it was bad, but I guess it just didn't really speak to me. And
yeah, I'm the same way.
I mean, and that's fair, especially because like Hajime is older, so like while it's, I don't want to say it's, and I'm not calling either of you out here, but it's not as flashy as like a My Hero opening. Like there wasn't a ton of color. It's like a very mono color opening that just goes real fucking hard.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I'm sorry, like it just didn't go hard. Tanner, I don't get it.
I mean, again, that's objective, but I mean, for me, like, I wanted to punch a fucking wall after watching it. It's like as far as like get you hype openings go, this was like one of the top 5 on this list for me, and that's not like my only criteria or anything, but like it definitely gives you some bonus points for me. And yeah, and I was shocked Cody has Hajime in the next round as well. So I guess we're going Hajime.
Hajime.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, even though I don't really see why.
Well, 3-2.
Yeah, I don't really get. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing like. Never mind.
Well, Wenzel, I'll teach you how to appreciate real music after this.
For the record, I wouldn't go into your linen closet anytime soon because it might be some holes in there.
No, I'm completely fine with that. Yeah.
Up next, we have the original Berserk opening 1 versus the DBZ English opening 1. Again, this may shock people, but I went Berserk here.
I went Berserk. Berserk was rad.
That Berserk one was fucking
Berserk
awesome.
It was a dope song.
Mm-hmm. I know we said the song doesn't fit for Rurouni Kenshin.
Mm-hmm.
The song weirdly feels like it shouldn't fit,
But it does.
fits.
Yeah.
I love this opening a lot, and every time I watch it, it makes me think, what the fuck happened in 2016?
It just makes you wonder how the remake of it.
Yeah, it came out 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
It's shit. That's what.
Like, how does it? And it's not shit because of like bad writing. It's shit just like all around. Like the animation looks janky. The writing, from what I've heard, is not very good. I've even heard like, and again, I haven't watched it because it was so negative surrounding it. I was like, I'm not gonna watch it. I heard the voice acting's not even good. It's weird, but yeah. What did you have here?
At DBZ.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I just didn't like the song in Berserk.
Oh man, I
don't know. It just didn't sound good to me.
that's wild, but okay. So
Sorry.
Berserk.
Who-
Cody had DBZ.
Oh, okay.
Wow, it's weird that you're agreeing with Cody an awful lot here.
Can I change mine then?
Oh, Wenzel goes Berserk. Great.
He's been doing audio too long. He's absorbing Cody's energy.
Oh, that's what it is. You're wearing Cody's earphones.
Oh, the earwax is getting into your brain.
Yeah, the earwax is
no.
invading your brain.
Oh, God.
And
And
mixing
his
with your
boogers
earwax.
and his poop.
Yeah.
Wenzel, if you fart right now, I'm gonna be seriously spooked.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, Berserk moves on. Again, I think that's just a
Somebody
great
can we have a priest on hand?
one. Yeah, you need an exorcism. Up next, we have Bakano opening 1 versus I guess it's RE Cutie Honey. I don't know if it's regarding Cutie Honey or what.
Just call it Cutie Honey.
Cutie Honey.
This was actually kind of hard.
This one was pretty hard because that Bakano opening is really good,
Yeah.
and the Cutie Honey opening is really, really good. But my God, is it horny as hell?
Yeah.
That Cutie Honey opening is feeling itself for sure.
What did you put?
I actually have the Cutie Honey opening.
I have the cutie honey as well.
I had Cutie Honey.
Shit, I put Bakano.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. That horniness was just, I don't know, it was just off-putting.
Oh, you got off put by our horniness?
No.
Hey, you don't like us being horny.
Just for the record, Wenzel, I would look under the table.
There's just pee.
We're all pissing. I'm with you. I'm usually not. I mean, I'm not like a horn dog for anime. I'm just like, oh hell yeah, fucking ass and titties or whatever. But like, there's a lot that goes into this. Like we should.
It sounds like we like it because it's horny.
No. That's why I'm trying to retract.
No, as somebody who didn't like it because it was a little bit too horny, the music and the animation, like the visuals, besides the horniness,
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
And I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I almost didn't have it move on because I'm just like, okay, this is way over the fucking top.
Like, don't. Oh man, it was very fun to watch. As long with the Bakano opening, and that's why, again, like I said, this is very hard.
Yeah, the Bakano opening was again very good. I would say the Bakano opening is fairly well known just because it got used a decent amount for like memes and shit a couple of years ago. But
they're very great openings, and if Cutie Honey makes it, that's fine.
Yeah, I think just our Cody watch 2019. Cody also had Cutie Honey moving on to the next round.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so
because I'm pretty
Yeah,
I knew.
he's a big fan of that Baccano.
Yeah.
I want to say he nominated that Baccano opening. I don't know for sure.
I remember he showed it to us.
Yeah, no, Cody's definitely showed us that
Yeah,
the
multiple
opening several times, and every time he's like, "Look
yeah.
what I found."
And we always say, "You've shown this."
You showed it to us. I want to say he nominated it, but I can't. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, Cutie Honey in a upset, 13 over a 4 seed.
Yeah.
Up next, the Rose of Versailles opening 1 versus Beck Mongolian Chop Squad opening 1.
This is fucking
I'm
easy.
gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna accept the anime boomers. Fuck Versailles. That was the most boring OP that we watched
Okay.
out of the whole list.
See, here's the thing. I had Rose of Versailles. No. I'm just
I was like, we were talking so much shit about it last time. I'm
no,
shocked.
it was so just it was boring. It was
Yeah.
just it literally like puts you to sleep.
Yep.
It's so I mean, if that's the effect, then it wins
Yeah.
everything. But like it was just nothing. It was just a whole lot of nothing.
I will say that the Rose of Versailles opening we watched was the worst opening we watched by a fairly wide margin. I think. Pat, what did
Yeah.
you have?
I had Beck.
yeah, Beck for sure.
If Pat would have said
I was
Versailles,
really scared Pat was going to be like, I had Rose of Versailles.
Like, oh,
and,
wow.
and Cody also had Beck. So that's like a true unanimous.
yeah, because that Beck opening was just so good.
Yeah, Beck didn't win just because Versailles was shit.
Oh, yeah.
Beck was actually beautiful. I
Beck-
love
yeah.
the animation of the people singing when they're lined up on the
Yes,
wall.
that was so. I love that. Like, I can't get over like how synced up that was. Like everybody, like the passage of time and everybody playing instruments. Just the how technical it looked putting this together.
Yep.
It was very good.
It's really cool. I almost guarantee there's some like rotoscope used for this animation.
Yeah, it was.
And also, the dog looked like it was wearing pants.
It
Yes.
did.
But it wasn't. But it looked like
thought
it.
it was.
Can we
Yeah, I
say?
thought it-
Can we say it was wearing pants?
It was.
Yeah, the dog was wearing pants.
Okay.
But I will also say this. I don't think there is a single opening on our bracket that I would have had Rose of Versailles over. Like, Rose of Versailles was losing this first round against literally probably every other one of these openings.
Yeah, like-
I'm sorry if you nominated it. We're not insulting you. We're insulting the anime.
Yeah, somebody had to have nominated.
Oh, yeah,
it to be
I
on
mean,
there.
It's a 6 seed.
yeah,
6 seed,
and it's
Jesus.
a 6 seed, so it had multiple.
If you
multiple
like it,
nominations.
don't get.
Yeah, if you like it, I mean, we're not here shitting on it, but man, it was
I mean,
boring as hell.
The show could be very good.
Yeah,
Openings suck.
for all I know, the show could be one of the
Yeah,
greatest.
we're not judging the show. We're judging the opening.
Yeah. Speaking of openings, that's what we're doing here today. In case y'all didn't catch on to that, yeah, surprise. Up next, we have Naruto opening 4 versus Fist of the North Star. This is gonna be
Naruto.
yes,
Naruto.
This is my hey anime boomers. Naruto opening 4 makes it to the next round.
I had Naruto as well.
You had Naruto as well?
Yeah, no.
Wow.
When I watched Fist of the North Star, I was like, that's interesting.
And like the Fist of the North Star opening to me doesn't even match the tone of Fist of the North
No,
Star.
I'm shocked. It's a classic opening. I would
Oh
say
yeah.
Yeah, it's a classic.
I just don't like it that much.
Yeah, like it felt very. I don't know. Maybe it just. I don't know. It just felt weird watching it. Like I didn't like it. I just didn't like looking at it.
Like
I don't
it,
know.
I just didn't like looking at it or listening to it or anything. Fuck Fist of the North Star.
No, when I saw. Oh man, what was the opening 4 for Naruto? What was that?
Fighting Dreamers.
Fighting Dream. Yeah, I like that.
Good shit.
Yeah, no, it's
What did Cody
had Naruto.
Yeah, you didn't have that.
essentially another unanimous.
Yeah, another unanimous, which will probably piss people off, but
Sorry.
that's what we're here for.
Hey, at least JoJo's in here.
Twice so far.
Yeah.
On
Just
the
a
final one.
Closing statement. Fist of the North Star opening, but the anime, it's still pretty fun.
Oh yeah, and like
No, just kidding.
this is taking nothing away from Fist of the
nothing.
North Star, but like that opening, as iconic as it is, it just doesn't flow for me well. Even though the animation's good, the song is like a classic, it just doesn't flow for me well.
Yeah.
Where that Naruto opening is like top tier opening of the 2000s.
Oh,
to
yeah.
me. Like it belongs in that Bleach tier to me.
Yeah, that one's for you anime boomers.
Yeah. Up next, Inuyasha opening 2 versus Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam opening 2.
I know we were talking shit on fucking anime boomers, but I was with the boomers on this one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Zeta won by
I
a
was with
fucking
Zeta
mile.
Gundam.
I'm also with Zeta Gundam on this one. Pat, what about you?
I had Inuyasha.
Oh, yeah?
Zeta Gundam didn't do anything for me. I'm sorry.
What is it that? Because don't get me wrong, I think the Inuyasha opening is very good, and it's another one of these. Like if this Inuyasha opening was facing like a good portion of some of these other openings in the first round, I'd probably have the Inuyasha opening.
Same.
That Gundam opening
It was really kicking.
is real kick
Like
ass.
visually, like it
Yeah.
was very striking with the mobile suits. Oh, that was very good.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And also, Cody had Gundam here,
Oh,
Yeah.
which
interesting.
kind of shocked me, just because like the first 6 years I knew Cody, he only talked about Inuyasha.
Wow.
I mean, it is one of his favorite. That's a joke, but it is one of like his probably top 3 anime
Yeah.
ever. So I was shocked he had Gundam beat out Inuyasha here.
Dang. Sorry, Pat.
Yeah,
I mean, this wasn't one I was going to fight.
yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
Gundam. Moving on, and this next, our last matchup on the left side of the bracket: One Punch Man opening 1 versus Spice and Wolf opening 1. I have to say, before we get into it,
Both openings were amazing.
this was probably the hardest first round matchup on the entire left side of
Really?
the bracket. I would say so because there's really nothing to compare. It goes right into pure taste because the Spice and Wolf opening and the One Punch Man opening are so drastically different.
Different, yeah.
Like from song, One Punch Man kind of this upbeat, song.
Oh no, it's a hard rock.
Yeah, hard rock. Spice and Wolf, very smooth. Spice and Wolf has like all these like sort of muted colors to go along with with
Very
the show.
Beautiful landscape.
Yeah.
Tranquil.
Yeah,
And then you have
and One Punch Man just like hero. It goes on, and
beating
it,
the shit out of monsters.
like this matchup, in my opinion, was the hardest first round matchup on the entire left side of the bracket. But I had to give the edge to One Punch Man here.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I went with Spice and Wolf because I love the scenery.
Wow.
And I like the One Punch opening, but I'm not a big fan of the song.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, the best part is the screaming at the end.
That's
Oh yeah. That. I mean, Pat, where did you go on this one?
I had One Punch, but
Yeah.
just to talk about Spice and Wolf, like it had some gorgeous animation, and there's one scene in particular because I had never watched Spice and Wolf before, but the one scene where the guy and the girl they're on like their horse and buggy through like that giant pasture land, that's just
yep.
a gorgeous shot. I got like not chilled, but just like I feel like I just got
awe.
this sense like
You're
just,
in awe.
just like I guess awe would be that because
Yeah.
it's just like I really felt like this is a bigger world and
Yeah.
just gorgeous land.
Yeah,
just
no,
spreads
it
out
is-
for
it
I
is
got the
real
feeling of
pretty.
like fall, like I got it like a seasonal.
Yeah,
feeling looking
no,
at
that's
it.
that's the thing with the Spice and Wolf.
Which I had to look at his notes to remember the word and wolf.
no, that's what I got from it too. Is like fall, like that's what mostly like the theme. The colors was like there's orange and brown and like muted colors. Like it was very much fall themed.
Very
Is how it felt.
comfortable.
Yeah, it was a very comfortable
very
opening.
comfy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I sincerely think this was the hardest matchup on one of the probably top 5 hardest matchups to me personally in the first round, but definitely the hardest on the left side of the bracket. But
What did Cody have?
Cody had One Punch.
Yeah.
Good.
As well, which actually just knowing sort of Cody's personal taste kind of surprised me because Cody usually likes like that tranquil, relaxing sort of stuff. So I was actually kind of shocked he had One
Yeah.
Punch here over Spice and Wolf. But that's why this matchup was so hard, just because
Two vastly different.
they're so
openings.
different.
Yeah.
They were so different. So Patrick, so Patrick is our official bracket filler outer. That's the official term.
bracketeer.
Yeah, bracketeer. Would you like to go through the 16 openings that made it on the left side of the bracket to our next round?
That's right. Going to the next round, we have Cowboy Bebop versus Yuri on Ice. We have Kokoku versus Dragon Ball Z English opening.
No, Japanese opening.
Pardon me. We have Bobobo versus Bleach opening 1. We have JoJo Part 5 versus JoJo Part 1. And in the lower left quadrant, we have Samurai Champloo versus Hajime no Ippo. We have Berserk versus Re Cutie Honey. We have Bet going against Naruto opening 4. And finally, we have Zeta Gundam opening 2 versus One Punch Man.
How does everybody's bracket look so far? How
I've lost a good bit.
are you serious?
A good bit. I'd say 5's a good bit.
I don't want to brag. I'm 16 for 16.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Mine's pretty close. Yeah, no.
How many did you have knocked out?
Let's see. I've definitely lost a handful, but that's about a little, maybe like a third.
Oh wow.
I had 6 knocked out.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I literally had 0 of mine knocked out.
You should feel bad.
On the left hand. I feel like that will change on the right hand side of the bracket though.
Let's see.
Well, let's just get to it. Our first matchup, upper right hand quadrant of the bracket, we have Neon Genesis Evangelion versus Devilman Crybaby.
I just want to get my bit out before it goes on.
Go for it.
Very hard lineup. Everybody knows this. Yes.
Yes. It was very, 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 very difficult.
I haven't seen the Devilman Crybaby opening since I watched it for a third time back in the beginning of 2018. Watching it again, I remembered how fucking good it was. I went in not even thinking about nominating it because I was like, the anime was the good part about Devilman. The opening wasn't very memorable, at least to me. But watching it again back to back with Evangelion, I said, fuck it, Devilman passed it for me.
Wow. Here's my thing. That Devilman Crybaby opening, extremely good. Extremely good. Neon Genesis Evangelion, Cruel's Angel's Thesis is a bona fide classic.
Yes.
Like, there is... It would feel sacrilegious for this song not to make it through the first round. And also, I think that Cruel Angel's Thesis is just it's a fucking banger of a song just standalone. The opening, again, phenomenal, classic in its own right. Probably one of the few anime openings that have actually transcended past animation.
Yeah.
Even.
No, like, Cruel Angel's Thesis, not only is the song memorable, but also the opening itself, like the visuals, like everything about that is just like easily recognizable. And then like just there's so much in it, there's so much packed into that opening. It's crazy. Like just and then with the Devilman Crybaby, which great song, great visuals. Like Colt said, it's not that memorable. Like whenever we watched it, I completely forgot until I watched it again, and even after that, I was just like. I mean, it was very difficult, but I was just still like Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah, like it had to go through.
It
for
had
me.
to.
I there is not many openings that I would have had beat it in the first round. Like obviously, as we get further on, like cutting it gets a little bit easier. But the first round, like it was our overall number 2 seed. If we go 1 through 64, obviously a 1 seed here, but it has to be Evangelion for me. Patrick, what about you?
I had Ava.
Awesome.
So we have to go
What did Cody choose?
Cody also had Evangelion.
Okay. Yeah. Again. Yeah. Both great openings.
Yeah.
Very hard to do.
Again, I will say if you didn't listen to the bracket reveal last week, which by the way, go do that. Even though we're revealing right now, but that the right side of the bracket to me is a lot tougher than the left side of the bracket.
Yeah.
And it starts hitting you as soon as you that first matchup, like Evangelion versus Devilman Crybaby, is fucking tough. Cause like that to me, like I think Cody said it on the show last week, that could be a semi-final matchup and nobody bats an eye at it. And like the fact that Devilman barely even got in at it's a 16 seed was kind of shocking to me. But yeah. All right.
Yeah. No, whenever we announced it last week's episode, my jaw dropped.
Oh yeah, like your reaction to that matchup was really good because y'all didn't know the bracket prior to the bracket us recording it. All right, up next, Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam opening 1 versus Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood opening 1.
This was really easy.
It was easy only because the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood opening 1 is amazing, but also. Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, we didn't realize it. We watched the second opening before we watched the first one. Mm-hmm. The second opening reuses almost, I'd say like 80% of the first opening stuff, which did not affect it over here. It only affected it versus the Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist.
It made it easier for me to differ. Now, if we would have saw this matchup first, maybe it would have been a little bit tougher. I'd probably still given the edge to FMA, but yeah, it has to be Brotherhood for me.
Yeah, no. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yeah, easily.
What about you?
It was Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, and Cody also had Full Metal Alchemist.
Another unanimous.
Another pure unanimous.
Yeah, song was great, and then like just I don't know. Since I watched the show, seeing all the characters and the animation, I was like, oof! It gave me chills watching it. Yeah,
I'm probably gonna get so much shit for this, but I've never seen Brotherhood, and like just I've seen that opening a ton. But seeing that opening again, it's like, man, I should really make the time for Brotherhood.
Really should.
All right,
it's one of the best of all time.
Up next, we have the Dragon Ball opening 1, the original Dragon Ball opening 1 versus Inuyashiki opening 1.
It goes Inuyashiki for me, hands down. I don't really like the Dragon Ball opening like at all.
Okay, here's the thing. I put Dragon Ball opening 1.
That's surprising.
Which side are you on?
No, I put Inuyashiki.
Here's my thing. That Dragon Ball opening is great. I love that Dragon Ball opening, which is why I had to move it on to the next round. Except I'm lying, because I had Inuyashiki make it to the next round.
No, like when I watched that Inuyashiki opening, like this is probably the second time ever I've seen it. It's so good.
It's so
hype
good.
as
Like-
fuck. Out of all of these, Hajime no Ippo is hype as shit, but Inuyashiki, I am singing
No,
that stuff the
super-
whole time. It reminds me of singing an old Linkin Park song. I love that shit. That's nothing to laugh about. It's
No, I get what you're saying. It's just a funny comparison.
easy.
laugh.
It's raps. Both of them have the same type of aggressive flow.
No, I agree with you.
No, like that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
That's why I think that's funny that like you pointed that out.
Yeah, it feels weird to me that Inuyashiki invokes. I'm kind of in the same boat as Cole. Invokes an emotion in me that like I had listening to like my edgy music as a teenager. I watched Inuyashiki in 2017. Is that when it came out? In 2017. Like I was 20. I was 22.
yeah, no, like the song itself, like it's very like it has that edgy kind of feel and sound to it, and then also the use of like CG.
Oh, some of the best use of CG in anime ever.
And that's like if that says anything, that's very good.
Pat, what about you?
I had Inuyashiki.
Yeah, easy. Cody had Dragon Ball.
Yeah, he sure did.
Whatever.
Yeah. Of course, Cody had Dragon Ball.
Ugh.
That Dragon Ball opening. I was saying that as a bit earlier. Like it's fine, but
Yeah.
it's very meh.
No,
to me.
like when we watched it, I was like, ah.
Yeah,
Like,
but that Inuyashiki opening is like
what's so
like where are you going?
no, like,
My hero,
like
what
when
do
I
you
look
need?
at what was so more striking about that Dragon Ball Z
Dragon Ball.
Goku ride cloud.
Sorry, Dragon Ball opening than Inuyashiki. Is it because he's riding a cloud? Like, okay,
I don't want to see a naked old man in my anime. Excuse you.
Okay. I mean, there's a fucking robot old man being put together, assembled to like emo Brock.
You really need to watch the show.
And the fucking one of the characters had like a gauze rifle.
Yeah.
For a mouth and the OP.
Yeah.
And
little monkey boy rides a cloud.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
right.
Cody's like, I love that monkey boy.
Up next, we have Attack on Titan opening 1 versus JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 opening 2.
I'm a little biased because I love JoJo. Everything JoJo, but JoJo.
JoJo.
Y'all both had the JoJo opening?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pat, what did you have?
I had Attack on Titan.
Fuck.
I also have Attack on Titan.
Fuck, I knew it. Okay.
Here's the reason why. That JoJo opening is, again, really... JoJo does not have a bad opening. I'm just going to put that out there right now.
Yeah.
Like, I literally think every JoJo opening got nominated, and I think 6 of them ended up making it in. So, like, that shows the testament of, like, how strong these openings are. That Attack on Titan opening, though, like, that first opening, like, whatever about the show, like, I'm not that big of a fan of the show, to be honest, but that fucking opening is holy shit good.
I don't know, like, you know, JoJo is very silly, but when I watched that Attack on Titan trailer or opening, I was like, this is very just, it's so overrated. I don't know.
And see, I don't even know if I disagree with you about it being overrated, because I think I definitely talk about like beating a dead horse. This song for like every meme for like 6 months in 2014, whatever year the first season of Attack on Titan came out in
2013.
2013. It's like shit. Like I got tired of it. But, like, it had been a few years, you know, that hasn't really cycled back around yet. So it had been a few years since I've seen the opening or even heard the song. And just watching it again, I'm like, man, it's good. Let's get Vine back.
I don't know.
I'll give it that part for OP2 of Part 3, it is the weakest opening in I'd say out of all the JoJo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Opening 1 of Part 3, if that was there, it would have been even harder. Not as in like the choice was hard, but it would be right there instantly.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know that opening. Oh man, at the very end, whenever it's the iconic like
Dio walking past with time frozen.
that's so awesome.
That is
though.
awesome, but I just enjoy the song and the animation.
No, like the
and
song.
the first opening more, even though that's not even nominated. It was nominated, but it's not even on the bracket.
It didn't make the
Yeah.
bracket. Yeah.
Damn
I
shame.
mean, that's what I enjoyed about this more was just the opening and the visuals. That's why I didn't
Yeah.
really care for Attack on Titan. I was like, oh, whatever. It's that show. Which I mean, I know you're not supposed to bring in like the show into the opening.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we bring the show into the opening, like this goes to JoJo pretty hands
Yeah.
down,
Yeah,
and I haven't even seen Part 3.
But I mean, like Jesus Christ, like I just don't
yeah,
care.
I agree, and here's my thing with it. I don't care if JoJo makes it on. I think you two have a much more compelling argument for JoJo than I do. At least I do for Attack on Titan. Patrick, I don't know if this is a hill you're willing to die on.
For me, I thought from just me personally, I thought the first opening for JoJo Part 3 was stronger, and like this is coming from someone who has no real attachment to Attack on Titan, and who's like, and I've watched a fair amount of JoJo, and it just like so this one's. I just sort of went for like the strength of the song.
Yeah.
So like I wasn't there with the Attack on Titan boom. I wasn't there for any of that. So I just thought the song was more energetic for me.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose with it. So there's literally no bias whatsoever for me in
Yeah.
this matchup.
Oh,
Yeah, and like that's for me. In fact, I would say, yeah, there's no bias because I have no attachment to Attack on Titan. While I have no attachment to Part 3 of JoJo as a whole, I have more attachment to than
Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
yeah. I don't know. Like again, whenever I guess there's that one scene where the what are the main like group of people in Attack on Titan called
Rangers.
Rangers. Okay, that's what I thought. The Rangers, when they all like jump up in unison, I was just like, that looks so dumb. I didn't like that. I was like, but I mean, sorry, but it just wasn't. It was nothing for me. But when I watched JoJo, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like JoJo, it's over the top outrageous, but like even then, it's like I can still be like, I love this.
Yeah, and here's my thing with the Attack on Titan, which again, it's probably a point for JoJo. The attack. Nothing to me in the Attack on Titan opening from the animation standpoint is memorable outside of the final frame with the colossal Titan.
Oh yeah.
That the JoJo opening is still stuck in my head, but I don't remember the song. If that makes any sense. But that JoJo opening, like with Dio, like with the time like frozen or whatever.
He activated the world.
Yeah, like Dio like walking by, and it's like the song goes silent. And it's just you hear footsteps, like holy, like that makes me want to watch Part 3 right now.
Yeah.
even though I shouldn't.
Yeah, no, that's what it made me want to do. Even though I've seen it, like I wanted to watch it. When I watched Attack on Titan's opening, I was like, man, I don't want to watch this.
Like you two feel much stronger about this than I do. I don't care if JoJo goes on.
What did Cody vote for?
Cody has Attack on Titan, but he's not here.
We're not gonna use that. If you don't care.
I had a message from my dog in my head. He said JoJo.
Oh
Yeah, I know. Gabby sent me a signal. She said JoJo.
Here's the thing: y'all have a much more compelling argument for JoJo than I do for Attack on Titan, and I don't know if this is a hill Patrick wants to die on
No,
either.
so it doesn't matter to me whichever one goes.
I'm 100% fine with JoJo moving on to the next round.
Okay, this is interesting. Go, yeah.
Yeah, JoJo. You know what? It's our fucking show. We'll change the rules
Yeah, fuck it. What are you gonna do?
mid deliberations if
My
we
feelings?
want.
The fans are gonna come out and hunt us down.
You changed the rules.
You can't do
They're
that.
all British. All our fans are British.
love Attack on Titan.
I love Attack on Titan.
Crikey, mate.
Oh, they're Australian now, I guess.
We got a shout out.
Shrimp on the barbie.
Shout out to the land down under.
Yeah.
Kangaroos, man.
Oh, I love Britney Spears.
Oh, what if our fans are kangaroos?
Man, I do love kangaroos. Okay. Next round. Or not next round. Next matchup. Darling and the Franks opening 1 versus Kill la Kill opening 1. Winslow, I know for you, you had a personal existential crisis when this matchup was announced last week.
Yes.
This is the second of the two.
Yeah. It's insane how, like, when I was making the bracket, when I saw that this was a first round matchup, I literally gasped. I was like, how? I literally couldn't have planned it better because, like, two staple Studio Trigger shows, both of their first openings, both beloved by certain, their own fandoms. So Wenzel, I actually want to hear your opinion on this matchup first, because I do think this was probably the toughest for you personally.
Yeah, no, when I first heard this, my jaw was also gonna snap off. I was just completely shocked, because I remember spending an entire not a month, but pretty much a month, because I couldn't watch it all in one sitting, but I remember spending an entire month with just binging through Kill la Kill and just loving it. And then when Darling in the Franxx came out, even with with its premise, I still fell in love with it, especially with that opening, Kiss of Death. It's like, I mean, there's a lot of openings that are original songs for the anime, but this one really just struck me as like, wow,
yeah,
this is amazing. Like, just the feeling that you get from the Darling in the Franxx opening, the visuals itself, like it's so pretty, and then the song itself is just so is pretty. It's listening to it, it's just so it has I don't want to say it's energetic or whatever, but like it's very tranquil but also kind of eerie, and I like that. So I had to give it to Darling in the Franxx. Even though with Kill la Kill, it smacks. It hits.
It smacks.
It hits real hard, especially with the visuals in that as well, because if you watch the show, it's pretty fucking out there.
Yeah.
And seeing it again, since the first time I watched it way back when, I think it was like 2016, I was literally thrown back in time. I was like, what the fuck? This is so good.
For me, regarding the Darling in the Franxx opening, this sounds incredibly hyperbolic and borderline silly, but it's a powerful opening for me.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's how I feel. Like it really like it struck me like deep for some reason.
And while I'm not as big of a fan of the show as you are, the opening is like arguably the best part of the show.
Yeah, aside from the visuals, again, I can't stress enough how much I love this song. I literally have this song on my Spotify playlist, and every time it comes on, I just turn it up, and I almost want to cry.
Yeah, no, it invoked an emotional reaction out of me as well.
I don't know how to describe that emotion, but that's what it does for me.
Yeah, I also gave it to Darling in the Franxx.
Awesome.
I like both openings, like everybody else, really. But Kill la Kill opening just did not really hit with me. Like when I was expecting the Kill la Kill opening, because I love the Kill la Kill opening. I was expecting this one specifically to be, oh hell yeah, this is a hard matchup. It really wasn't. I don't remember if there was two openings for Kill la Kill, but I think I preferred the second one more than the first one.
Yeah, no. When I think about the openings, I think the second one was a bigger bop than the first one. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can feel you on that one.
Even though I don't like Darling in the Franxx anime that much, the opening, really good. Very nice visuals, very nice song. I like it.
Yeah. What about you, Pat?
I had to Kill la Kill.
Oh, well, what's your reasoning behind having Kill la Kill here?
Like I think they both have their strengths, and I know Darling in the Franxx is a bit more like experimental in terms of like its visual narrative, because to me Darling in the Franxx kind of reminded me like a James Bond opening. I was kind of like, if that makes sense.
I can see. No, I can definitely see that.
I can see that.
But I know it's also, of course it's in a detriment. It's more of a slower song, a bit more, maybe not melancholy is the right word, just like it's just a slower downbeat song. And even though like Kill la Kill is not like the most like fiery bop, it's still energetic, and just my musical taste, I tend to go towards a more energetic song. And I just sort of just taking my own sort of like personal preference over the series out of the equation. That just to me, Serious, the Kill la Kill opening one, to me that's more of a song I would like actively seek out to re-listen.
No, I understand that, because I'm the same way. Like I really like a song with like energy to it, and like I mean there are several songs that are like not as energetic, and Kiss of Death is one for me where I'm just like, I can just, as soon as it comes off, I'm just dancing. Like I'm not dancing, but I'm just getting into it. Like it's just that good. And I don't like, again, I get it. It always gets an emotional response from me, maybe because I've watched the show, but it does something for me. And Kill la Kill, like, even though I love the show, it's just that opening just kind of doesn't, like, it's like fun. It's fun eye candy, but it just doesn't hit me as the way Kiss of Death does. Yeah,
like for the Darling in the Franxx opening for me, like that's not a song like I could listen to, be like, oh hell yeah, this is a bop. And this hypes me up, because it doesn't, but it elicits an emotional response out of me that's weird because
Yeah.
I feel because like watching Darling in the Franxx one, I think it's it's a good anime. It's good. I don't feel super strongly about it one way or the other, but like I felt no emotional stuff during that anime. Like I didn't cry or anything, but hearing that opening again, I was like, fuck, time to watch Darling in the Franxx again.
And especially like this is an opening one, but when opening two doesn't change much other than visually it does. And there's like a beautiful shot of like the blue sky and the changing of the Franxx.
Yeah.
And that to me is like also visually striking. Like that's just so like the aesthetic, I guess, of Darling in the Franxx' opening and just the show as a whole is what really did it for me for this opening.
Yeah.
It works and I love it.
And also, in kind of a surprising twist, Cody had Darling in the Franxx here.
Oh, nice.
So, Darling in the Franxx moves on next
That's
round.
fine with me.
Darling in the Franxx.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just occasionally you just got to listen to those slow songs, I guess.
Yeah, and like, I'm trying not to, like, obviously, music is a big factor in openings, but like, I really like looking at the different animation styles and stuff used in the various openings. And like, while this one didn't do anything that color-wise, I guess that blew my mind, like the transitions and just kind of stuff in between frames, I was just a really big fan of. And also, the song is again elicits some sort of unknown sixth sense out of me that I don't really understand.
Will your lips taste the kiss of death?
Yeah, so who knows? No. Up next, we have Death Note. English opening 2 versus Ancient Magus Bride opening 1. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I hated that Death Note opening.
Yeah,
I'm gonna probably make a few people angry. That was so bad. It
was probably the second worst opening.
It wasn't as boring or as bad.
No, it wasn't boring.
As
It was
Psy, but wow, I love metal. I love rock. Out of the group, I think I'm the furthest into that type of genre of music.
I'd probably say that. Yeah.
That metal was shit.
Yeah, it wasn't a good song at all.
It was so just. It was a lot of screaming. It was it just sounded sporadic. It didn't work.
No.
It was stupid listening to it. It was just bad. And
only middle schoolers would like that shit.
Yeah.
Which
sorry, that sounds bad. I just attacked some viewers. I'm sorry.
Like I mean I don't know maybe
listeners.
Maybe it's just because it's ingrained into our minds that certain type of like culture or like how we view things like that. But like I mean when I watch it, it doesn't feel childish, but it just feels like. I mean, even like with everything else we've seen that's silly, like this, like I can't take it seriously. Like it's
funny with the little faces.
Yeah, I literally laughed watching this opening. I was just like, huh, okay. Pat, what about you? What did you think?
I had Death Note.
Oh no!
I mean, I'm
sorry.
I have no attachment to Death Note or Ancient Magus Bride, but Ancient Magus Bride wasn't the bad song, but like I didn't feel anything. And plus I should go ahead and say it. Like this quadrant for me was difficult in the sense that very few of the songs really stuck out. So I was kind of just like picking between a lot of weak songs for me. So like, Death Note was just wacky. So like I literally had to give it to something that it gave me any sort of reaction.
Yeah,
and
I get that.
I get that. Yeah,
no, not to a detriment. It's just I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, no. Like I mean, when I saw Ancient Magus Bride, like it wasn't really that big of an opening for me.
Yeah.
But like I did not like Death Note's opening because I like, man, if you want me to hate a show, you've done it.
See, that's kind of like me. Like I almost think in this case, like thinking back on it, I would rather watch something that's. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on the context, but I would almost rather something be. I find it less offensive if something is boring rather than bad. I think this was bad.
Yeah.
Where Rose of Versailles was boring, and while the Ancient Magus Bride opening didn't blow my socks away or anything, it was not offensive to me.
Yeah, and the thing is like Cutie Honey was offensive to me, but like this was like like I have no respect for this. I have respect for Cutie Honey. I don't have any respect for this Death Note.
Like holy shit! I
like
Cody also for our Cody watch here. Cody also had Ancient Magus Bride.
What if he would have chose Death Note and at the time he just dyed his hair black? I don't know. That's just a funny image to me in my head.
Okay, so I guess Ancient Magus Bride moves on.
Yeah,
man,
4-1.
Speaking of metal, one opening I really love is Parasites.
Parasite did have a good opening.
I'm actually shocked that didn't get more backing. It was nominated, I think.
I wish, man,
but it didn't get enough backing.
I would have nominated it, but there were just so many other good openings.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I had a lot of people like messaging me and was like, "Oh, can we fill out 2 ballots?" No. I was like, "Oh, expand the ballot to 16." Oh, fuck no, because if we would have had as many ballots as we did and everybody nominated 16 openings, that would have been a lot of shit for me to go through personally. So sorry, I'm being a little selfish. Up next, we have the Tokyo Ghoul opening one versus the Kisniver opening one.
Okay, this was fucking hard.
This matchup was
Pretty difficult.
Pretty difficult. I agree.
Like, I've never seen Tokyo Ghoul, and I want to get into it, but we've talked about this before, how, like, the quality of it on a streaming service, Hulu.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but your anime from Funimation is shit. It's not the animation. Not the anime is bad. It's 480p.
Yeah,
it's not even the highest quality you should be able to get.
I wonder if that's a agreement between Hulu and Funimation, where Funimation is like, "Hey, we'll give you our shows, but just in standard definition," which seems like it should be illegal in 2019.
It's probably so like they put it in a lower quality so that it will make people want to seek out their streams.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, it's just like I don't really get too like strung up on like low quality stuff, but Jesus Christ, like this show needs to be streamed in high quality.
Yeah.
Like it just,
which the opening we watched was in high definition.
Oh yeah, it was,
and it looked gorgeous.
And the song, I don't remember what the song was, but the song, I like the song. I love the song.
So for me, and speaking of Kisniver for a second, like the Kisniver opening to me is also really good.
Yes,
talk about a chill like.
Lasers party.
It's like chill, but then like it slowly like works its way up.
Yeah, it works its way up to a climax, but even at the climax, it's not like super like upbeat. It's still just like it's like imagine somebody doing. I'm trying to make it sound not bad because I do love the Kisniver opening. Somebody doing opera. And then the high note in an opera song. That's what this feels like. This Kisniver open. Like, I wouldn't go into a Kisniver opening. It's like, oh, fuck, she about to drop it. Here we fucking go. And, like, that's not what I do watching the Kisniver. It's just like, and it just goes up and up and up. And it's really good. In the animation, it's really good. But at the end of the day, I had to give it to Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul fuck hard. That song is mostly for me, the song is the most powerful part of the opening. I think the song is amazing. And the animation is a nice little cherry for me.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
What about you, Pat?
I had Kisniver, but like I said, I don't have a lot of strong feelings for this bracket, so I will gladly accept anyone that goes.
Here's the thing: I have Kisniver as well.
You also have Kisniver? Yeah. Say it. Give us the case.
The thing is, with Kisniver, I've watched the show twice now. Because it was the first time we all watched it together, and we finished it, me and Colt. I don't know if Tanner was there.
No, he was asleep.
I was asleep. I was there.
He slept.
Okay. Yeah, no, we finished it, and then I recently watched it a second time to see if it still held up, and it did hold up. And then even watching the opening, I couldn't skip it. And I mean, even the song itself, "Lay Your Hands on Me" by Boom Boom Satellites, great name, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was the thing watching it. It was like, oh, Boom Boom Satellites, that's a good name. I think they did several openings.
Yeah,
songs that made this list.
Yeah, no,
there's probably only like 6 bands that made this list. I always saw the opening was like Overworld, Boom Boom Satellites. It was so funny to me that like, which makes me really want to. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
kind of makes me want to get into like these bands as a whole because I'm like, man, you have like this many fucking bangers.
Yeah,
good job.
Yeah, no, that's how I got into that one band, the Man on a Mission, I think. Yeah. I'm not sure. But anyway, no, like that song, like I have it on my playlist as well. It's a bop for me. I love listening to it, and when I listen to it and watch the Kisniver opening, it's kind of similar to Darling in the Franxx. It elicits emotional response for me. I don't know why. It's more of like a. Like not like a bittersweet kind of feeling because I remember watching it. It was just
teen
like
love. That's what those two basically are.
Yeah, which I mean, I'm not like that. I think that's kind of overrated. That whole genre.
The whole genre.
But for me, like with Kisniver, I like it. Like I enjoyed it. It was like I was invested in the characters. I enjoyed the characters so much, and like that kind of like that roller coaster. Like it goes up, goes up, goes up, then it goes down, but then at the very end it goes up again. And that's how I kind of feel with this opening. It's like. It's not necessarily a hype train, but it's like it's kind of like like you said, it's like building up, and then it kind of just like slowly like just kinda
it's
out.
It's like a very low speed roller coaster.
Yeah, and it just kind of
and that is not a bad thing at all.
No, it's like it just kind of like fades out. Like you hit your high, and then now you're getting off.
Here's my thing with this. Even though I had Tokyo Ghoul going through, it was hard from a song and animation standpoint, and I think I gave Tokyo Ghoul the edge over animation here, but I am not super attached to either of these two shows, and you seem like you were more attached to Kisniver than I'm attached to Tokyo Ghoul, obviously, because I've never fucking seen Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen Tokyo Ghoul too, and watching that opening was very good.
Yeah, no, the opening's good. So like, if I'm not gonna make a hubbub about anything here,
I just have a thing for me personally that pushed Tokyo Ghoul.
Because have you seen Tokyo Ghoul?
I've seen like 4 episodes.
Okay,
and
that's
I
enough.
got mad because of the quality. But Kisniver, it was a good opening. I love the music. I like the show that was going on, but I felt like there really wasn't much animation going on. It felt like it was a light show with a slideshow of characters.
You mean it was a light opening?
No, like there was lasers, not lasers, but like
no,
it was spinning circles.
A light
and
show.
shit.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That's how. Just personally, Tokyo Ghoul won because it had actual animation for most of it.
It was showing a lot. That's fair. What did Cody have?
So, do we want to go with the Cody vote here? Whatever he has is what moves on to the next round.
Look, we're gods. We can do whatever we want, but let's just take a look.
Cody had Tokyo Ghoul moving on to the next round.
I'm okay with that.
Which, it seems like you're attached to Kisniver. Colt's more attached to Tokyo Ghoul than I. Patrick and I have no real connection to either of these two themes, and then Cody's not here. So I am fine with literally leaving this up to a flip of a coin, if need be.
Yeah, let's flip a coin.
Who got a coin?
Does anybody have a quarter on them?
I have a hand. Throw my hand in the air.
Have chapstick.
That's not a coin. Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Oh yeah. Let's just do rock, paper,
okay.
scissors. Okay.
Continue.
1v.
Let's do it. Close our eyes. Me and Wenzel will close our
Okay.
eyes.
I'll do 1, 2, 3. Shoot. 1 round only. No best 2 out of 3. 1 round only. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Shoot.
It's
Y'all
a
both
draw.
had scissors.
Okay.
Okay. Going good. 1, 2, 3. Shoot. Wenzel wins.
Okay.
Because neither goes on.
Okay.
You know, before we started recording this is not how I foresaw
Nope. Did not see
bracket
that.
deliberations going.
Did not see that coming.
But okay.
No, good battle.
Up next, our last matchup in the upper right-hand quadrant, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2 Opening 1 versus Pop Team Epic Opening 1.
This is honestly one of the hardest opening.
This
things
was the only
for
one
me.
I struggled with.
Yeah.
You know, we started off really hard and we ended off real hard.
Yeah.
For me personally.
I agree that because that Pop Team Epic opening is because I mean that the second the Part 2 Opening 1 opening for JoJo is I would probably argue and say it's its most iconic, definitely the most iconic song.
Yeah.
But and like going into this matchup, I was like, man, this is going to be pretty easy. And then I rewatched the Pop Team Epic opening, and it still goes.
Yeah.
Like it gets you hyped for the show. And the thing is, like a show like Pop Team Epic lends itself to being like, oh, guess what? We're doing 4 million different things in our opening, but it all makes sense in the context of our show
Yeah.
where we do 4 million different things. But I had to give it to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I gave it to JoJo's mainly because this is my favorite JoJo opening. And also, I didn't really remember Pop Team Epic's opening until we actually played it on the TV. That's the only big reason why I gave it to JoJo, because I love the opening. It's got amazing animation from 2D to the beautiful CG done correctly, not berserkified or whatever the fuck they did. Pop Team Epic had a lot going on in the opening. It was a beautiful opening, beautiful song. It was honestly hard as shit, but I have a JoJo bias, so JoJo went through.
Patrick, what about you?
I had Pop Team Epic.
I had Pop Team Epic as well.
Okay, give y'all's Pop Team Epic case, because this seems like something else we'll probably go to the Cody vote for.
See, the thing is with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, this opening, I was like, okay, it's iconic. That's fine. That's cool. That CG, like, it's okay. I mean, I'm not like, but when I looked at this and then I compared it to Pop Team Epic, I was like, visually, it was just much more appealing to look at Pop Team Epic's opening, and it was just like, it just felt better because, like, I mean, the CG is all right, but I'm just like, it's just, I don't know, it's just cheesy and whatever. But like with Pop Team Epic, it's like it had a blend of action, comedy, energy. It was silly, but also like it made
super colorful.
Super colorful. There's so
Both
much.
are.
There was so much stuff going on, and it just all works, and it all like kind of gives you an idea of like what the show it is, sort of.
Well, I don't know about that.
I say sort of, like in the context of like it's just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. It also made me want to go make stuff for some reason. Like I wanted to, I don't know, make content. I don't know how the best way to describe it. I don't know. It just made me want to like not only watch the show but like do stuff as well. And I don't know how to explain that. But yeah, with JoJo, it's like okay, it's iconic. I feel it, whatever. But this, it's like I don't know. It's bigger. It's just better for me. Like,
but also, one of them makes references that you understand. And it's not Pop Team Epic.
But see, that's the thing that like it doesn't even have to make references for me to understand. With Pop Team Epic, it just threw shit in there, and I was like, huh, yeah, I get it.
and I think ituld be unfair to look at this also judging by the show's quality.
Oh yeah, no,
To
show
this is a totally this whole podcast is a totally different conversation if we actually accounted for like the show's quality.
Yeah. Which looking at stuff in the opening for JoJo, I just laughed because just knowing what happens, I'm like, huh. There's that.
So, it sounds like 2-2. Obviously, Colt's going to be super JoJo. I'm again in this boat where both are great openings. I have no emotional attachment to this particular part of JoJo. I probably arguably have more of an emotional attachment to Pop Team Epic despite choosing JoJo. And then you and Patrick are both Pop Team Epic. Do we want to go to the Cody vote?
Yeah.
Cody has Pop Team Epic moving on to the next round.
Wow.
Yeah. And I actually know that Cody actually really likes this JoJo theme. So I was actually kind of shocked that he had it losing in the first round. And I know a bunch of people are going to be mad that we have let like 3 JoJo themes in, and Bloody Stream got cut in the first round.
Yeah, considering...
that was definitely the hardest matchup the JoJo theme has had, though, in the first round. Like, no contest.
Yeah, no, it was tough, but yeah.
Are we ready for our final quadrant first round? Yeah. Patrick's shaking his head no. So
it's like, okay, this quadrant is when like I actually have to start fighting.
Yeah.
No, we've been going for an hour.
Fuck. Buckle up, everyone. All right, well, let's get right into it. Our first matchup, Yu Yu Hakusho opening 1 versus Fairy Tail opening 1.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
I went Fairy Tail only because I don't like the Yu Yu Hakusho opening.
Are you serious?
I don't like the animation's beautiful, but the song is bad.
Oh, I fucking love that
song.
I probably I give the edge like as far as like my weights for this particular matchup goes. I give my weights more to song, and that Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know where to go.
Thank you for waking me up. I only like those 2 parts because they're memes.
Sure, but like it's good. Like
I've never seen the show, but I liked it.
The show's amazing.
Yeah, I bet.
I think Yu Yu Hakusho gets in. Like Colt's the only Fairy
I don't
Tail.
really care
Yeah.
if Fairy Tail doesn't make it. I like Fairy Tail a lot.
Okay, I'm sorry. Cole.
OP.
What would you say? Because you've seen a good fair bit of
I've
Fairy
seen
Tail.
over half of it.
A fairy bit of Fairy Tail. Would you say that's one of the stronger openings of Fairy Tail? That first
No.
opening. Okay. So I don't feel too bad about cutting it because that was the only Fairy Tail opening to get in, and it was barely. But
Oh man, this next matchup.
all right, next matchup: Trigun opening 1 versus Naruto OP 5.
Is this
Trigun was the
Nothing but music. No lyrics.
Yeah, there's
at
no
all.
lyrics.
So Trigun won?
No, I went Naruto. For that
No,
one.
Naruto.
I went Naruto as well. What about you, Pat?
I went Naruto.
Okay, and Cody also went Naruto. Duh. So yeah, Naruto.
Another unanimous. Nice.
But Trigun, seek it out if you haven't seen it. It's a very good show.
Oh, yeah.
Animation in that opening though, beautiful.
The animation was good, and I liked the opening. I'm not shitting at the opening at all. It was just kind of jarring. It was like one of the only openings in this entire bracket that had no words.
It's purely just an instrument.
But just occasionally there was a fucking loud gunshot during the opening that it was mixed differently than like the instrumentals of the opening. It felt weird.
It did. I mean, maybe that kind of hurt it, but
somebody died during those gunshots.
yeah.
All right, up next we have My Hero Academia opening 2 versus the FMA Brotherhood opening 3. This one for me was hard.
It wasn't really for me.
Where'd you go?
I went Brotherhood purely because I feel the same way about both of the openings. I think they're both great. And then it's a personal thing for this
Sure.
one. I went which anime do I like more?
Okay.
And I just went with Brotherhood because I liked it more.
And that's like I mean, that's, personal biases are going to be included in our personal brackets.
yeah.
Duh. So, like, that's, that's only human. Pat, what about you? What did you go here?
I had My Hero.
Okay. Wenzel?
My Hero.
I also went FMA Brotherhood.
Oh.
Which is, surprising because, again, if you know me, like, I talk about My Hero quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I've never seen Brotherhood. And that My Hero opening is really freaking good. Like, the first 3 My Hero openings, which were the 3 that made the bracket, at all, are by far the season 3 openings aren't as good as these.
No.
And that opening 2, kicking off the second season of just like kicking off your tournament arc, your classic shonen tournament arc is a fucking jam. And again, I have no emotional attachment to FMA Brotherhood. That FMA Brotherhood opening goes fucking hard. Like the animation, beautiful, the song, great. And I can't speak about how it feeds into the show, which again is not something
It does feed into the show.
I'm sure it feeds into the show, but that's
yeah.
not something I can personally attest to. But that's also not anything that I would hold against or for either particular anime. But for me, it has to be FMA. I'm not going to stand on a hill and die for a first round matchup. So if we would like to go to the Cody vote, we can.
I'd say Cody.
What about you, Pat?
We can go to Cody.
Cody vote.
Cody.
My Hero moves on to the next round.
Hell yes.
Oh, wow.
Which I'm actually surprised because Cody fucking loves Brotherhood as well.
Yeah. I'm out.
Maybe Cody's bracket's not as... No, it is.
No, he's just shit.
Well, I'm quite surprised. I actually didn't expect My Hero to get that one. Just because, personal biases, with Cole about Full Metal, like, it was very good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was hard. It's kind of weird for me to defend a song I have less emotional attachment to.
I guess I'm just kind of shocked because Cody chose My Hero.
Yeah, I think that shocked me too, looking at this for the first time. All right. Up next, we have Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Opening 1 versus the Dragon Ball GT Japanese Opening 1. I'm just going to go ahead and say I hated that Ghost in the Shell opening.
I love the Ghost in the Shell opening. It's iconic. I remember going to bed at like 9 a.m. and waking up to that beautiful soundtrack, that creepy, just, I don't want to say cyberpunk. I don't even know what that type of world they are in.
The song or the...
No, the animation.
The setting that
Ghost in the Shell.
It's cyberpunk.
Ish.
No, it's full.
It's cyberpunk.
Yeah,
it's
there's no argument.
Beautiful. The song's beautiful. Yeah, they used a weird CG, a little weird.
I mean, plus Ghost in the Shell came out what?
2001.
So if them doing some full blown CG is that's probably kicking ass back then. But it definitely shows his age now.
Doesn't hold up 18 years later. Let me say. Oh, where did everybody else stand on this? Because I had Dragon Ball GT moving on.
I had Dragon Ball GT.
GT.
Cole, you had Ghost in the Shell moving on.
Oh yeah.
That. Something else, the song was fine in this. It wasn't anything particularly great. The animation, though, I'm not a fan of it at all.
Yeah,
I actively disliked it.
I mean, personal bias. I think. I mean, I've never seen Dragon Ball GT, so I didn't really care. I love Ghost in the Shell, but looking at it visually, I was like, ugh.
Yeah,
the song, it's good. It still gives you that eeriness. That's you get that cyberpunk feel and stuff. But it's just if we're taking into account both animation and song, it's just it looked bad.
Yeah,
and that's
my eyes puked.
Yeah, no, with GT, it was it was a good song, good animation. For me, it had to move up.
Yeah. Dragon Ball GT. Kind of, no, well, not a shocker here. Well, kind of. Cody had Ghost in the Shell.
It's a classic.
Moving on. So, I mean, again, I realized,
Cody nominated GT.
Yeah, Cody dominated the Dragon Ball GT opening.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know the science behind that, but whatever. Up next, we have personally one of my favorite matchups just because it's so silly. The One Piece English Opening 1, yes, the pirate rap, versus Steins Gate Opening 1. So I kind of made this point earlier with Sailor Moon, and I'll make the point again in a couple of matchups. That One Piece fucking 4 kids dubbed ass opening is good shit. The pirate rap, you can talk shit about it all you want. We were all singing it when it played. Well, most of us were singing it when it played because it's so just memorable. I had to give the edge here to One Piece pirate rap. I had to. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to do it though.
I gave it to Steins Gate because the animation was beautiful, the song was really good, and Steins Gate made me cry like a baby. So yeah, and One Piece also makes me cry like a baby. But I took the first half of One Piece into consideration, emotionally wise. I didn't really cry as much in the first part.
Oh, that first half of the first part of One Piece doesn't have a ton of emotional stuff in it. So
I went One Piece.
you want One Piece, Pat? Where did you go?
I went One Piece.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never seen this show. I've never seen either of these shows, but I do remember like always catching the intro for One Piece.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
That talk about nostalgia. I remember coming home. It was 2003 or 2004, one of those years. Coming home, sitting down, 4:00, Cartoon Network. There once was a man named Gold Roger. It's just like, hell yeah, let's fucking do it. Like, gotta go.
Like,
hell yeah, let's go.
Like, that's weird that like I've never seen the show, but I know the opening.
Yeah.
Like, because I just heard it.
It's also wild to me that One Piece was never a show you watched as a kid, just because I know how much you've watched Cartoon Network.
I have seen. I probably have.
You've probably seen bits and pieces, but
I have.
couldn't tell anybody what any of it meant.
No, like the only part of One Piece that sticks out of my mind is when they fight the mermen.
Like the first 50
Yeah.
episodes.
It is sort of funny to me that that even though you watch a lot of Tsunami, a lot of Cartoon Network, that you more or less missed the quote quote big three. Like you haven't seen Naruto, Bleach, or One Piece.
Yeah, that.
Which is like when I was growing up, that was anime.
Yeah,
anime.
that was all anime was until I got to like high school. Pretty much was like that's all the anime. I mean, obviously you had a few people be like, "Oh, let me tell you about Death Note," and it was like, "Well, hold on."
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. It just never stuck with me.
Yeah. I mean, and that's totally valid. Cody also had Steins Gate, but I think One Piece is going to go on here.
I did like the opening for Steins Gate.
Yeah, the opening for Steins Gate was good, taking nothing away from it. But that One Piece opening is...
Ooh, the next one's real hard. Fuck.
And now for the hardest matchup of the whole tournament. Mob Psycho 100 opening 1 versus Orion High School Host Club opening 1.
I'm going to call us out real quick. We made the fun of this as soon as it came
Just
up.
like, no, like... It took me a while to fill this out. I left it blank.
Orion High School Host Club has to be... No. Mob Psycho 100, so moves on.
It won easily.
Easy. Pat, I mean...
It's Mob Psycho.
Yeah,
it's
Mob
no
Psycho.
contest.
We didn't even have to watch it. We just watched it for fun.
Yeah, so... Mob Psycho goes.
Yeah.
Anybody have any arguments whatsoever? What about Cody? What did he put?
Cody had Mob.
What if he put the fucking high
I
school?
would have called him.
No, we would have called him on the podcast.
Yeah, literally
He
on the
fucking-
podcast.
Oh, he's about to wake up in a little bit. Nah, he sleeps until 1 p.m.
I was about to say Cody sleeps late. Cody's
Well,
internal clock's gonna be way fucked when he gets
Oh
back.
yeah, no, I don't know. It's being overseas. It's like you can sleep really late and still wake up super fucking early.
Yeah.
It's weird.
All right. Our next matchup: JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 4 opening 1 versus Naruto Shippuden opening 3. That's the Bluebird one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So does anybody?
Weird how Shippuden opening 3 made it.
Yeah,
That's one of the openings that I don't really care for.
Yeah, I would say I was kind of shocked that made it in over the first one. The everybody stand up like that. When I think of Naruto Shippuden openings, that's the one that sticks to me.
That's really the only one I know because that's the strongest one.
Yeah, I mean, I think
And when
that's.
Madara is flying through the rocks and the clouds.
Oh yeah, that one too. So I gave it to JoJo here.
Oh, hell yeah.
JoJo. all the-
JoJo all around. Okay, then yeah, we don't even need to talk
Because
about it.
fucking Koichi posing.
I mean,
he hit that shit
like,
hard. He's like,
Oh, fucking
you can't see what we're doing, but we're posing.
Like no, like again, like even though like you like it's silly, but it's still like I can still take it. You know, I can still love it or take it seriously or whatever. Like it was just so much better. It was so good.
All right.
I love it.
And now for our final, Cody had Naruto Shippuden. Duh.
Yeah.
For our last round 1 opening, we have the first Pokemon opening versus the first ping pong opening. I should say, before we get into this matchup, we all watched that ping pong opening. That ping pong opening is fucking good.
That ping pong
Yeah.
opening is amazing.
It swept me off my feet.
Yeah. I had to give it to Pokemon still.
I went ping pong.
Ping pong.
You went ping pong?
I think the Pokemon opening is overrated as hell.
Yeah. No, I was the same way. I was like, ugh, give me that ping pong.
Yeah, like,
What did you say, Pat?
I had Pokemon.
Oh, shit.
Fucking Cody put his dumbass put Pokemon.
Well, we don't. Let's not talk
What do you
about
mean?
Cody.
What do you mean we know? You know.
I said
He
let's.
fucking nominated Pokemon.
Cody nominated Pokemon. Yeah. I'll give my argument for Pokemon, and then one of you can give an argument for ping pong.
Throw it out,
and then we'll go from there. That Pokemon theme song. When I think of, and again, I had to bring personal bias into this because that ping pong opening surprised me so much. Like at that point, personal bias has to come into it. That Pokemon opening, like, is I hate using the word iconic so much. It's iconic. It's probably one of my life defining songs. Like as a child, like as stupid as that sounds, like it, like I memorized the whole thing. I remember like as a small child, like coming home and watching Pokemon. I maybe not even coming home, maybe just being at the house when I was like 4 or whatever, watching Pokemon. It is such a huge. I don't want to say inspirational because that sounds fucking nerdy as hell.
You became a Pokemon.
I am a Pokemon.
It's definitely like
I'm a Vulpix.
A song to like inspire, I guess.
Yeah, like it's a very talk about hype theme songs. Like, and while this one doesn't have like the instrumentals, it was like, you know, you want to hit a whip to or whatever. Talk about like Pokemon. Like as soon as that first Pokemon hits, it's like
it's just like it's recognizable.
Yeah.
It sticks in your head.
Probably arguably the most recognizable, probably a top 3 or top 5 most recognizable television show opening ever.
And especially one to strike you with like a sense of like hope, like becoming the Pokemon master or like achieving your dreams. Like, yeah, it definitely hits for that.
Yeah, and like, you know, talk about the animation. While it is a more westernized animation, it's still good. The colors are good. You get introduced to a ton of characters, which I think is really cool. You see a lot of different Pokemon in the opening. The colors are good. While they are a little bit muted, because again, the show is from the 90s. Yeah. Like, it's not as bright and vibrant as like a Sun and Moon opening.
It's
which
still very colorful.
Yeah, still super colorful for the time period, especially.
A lot of blue, though.
And like, yeah, a lot of blue. But like, and like that opening shot of just Ash like looking up, it's like, I want to be like that sticks in my mind. I literally have chills talking about it right now. Like it has to be Pokemon for me. Like I'm ready to die on this hill. It has to be Pokemon for me. But I would like to hear some ping pong arguments.
My reasoning for ping pong making it or beating it is that Pokemon song, yes, it's recognizable. Yes, I think it's overrated, but it's still good. I know every lyric, and I most of the time will sing along to it, but most of the time I'm like, ugh, fuck off. But ping pong, the animation is what swept that bitch to the gods.
It sent it to the fucking moon and back. Like, it was like watching it. I was completely surprised because I didn't know anything about it, and I was thinking I'm probably gonna vote for Pokemon just because I love Pokemon, you know. But like when I saw ping pong, I took my personal bias out, and I was like, this anime, like the song, like you talking about a hype song, that was pure fucking hype rock.
And if you can't guess, ping pong about ping pong.
Yeah, no, and like the use of the animation, it was so much like it was different. It was much more interesting because, you know, I mean, I'm trying to take personal bias out when I do this, but like seeing Pokemon, I was like, ugh, like I've seen this so many times. Like I love Pokemon to death, but this is just it's just better and it's just more interesting to me. I don't again overrated, but you know, still very good. But ping pong just swept me off my feet. What about you, Pat?
Well, for me, it's like obviously there's going to be a drastic difference in animation because they're 20 years apart.
Yeah,
and like ping pong had just like this completely surreal, like very like hyperbolic, you know, experimental animation.
Oh yeah,
and that's obviously its strongest factor. But I also started thinking, while it's not a contest between terms of animation, I thought okay, listening to either song, just best spot the song if I just saw it as a track, heard it as a track, I feel like I would still give it to Pokemon because, to be honest, ping pong came and went with me. Like it didn't stick with me at all. And it's not, like I said, it's not bad. It's just one ear out the other.
That's the divining factor for me as well. That the ping pong went out one. Yeah, same thing. In one ear out the other.
I think it's a little unfair though, because Pokemon as just been there forever. And
sure.
You've been there. It's been with you since you were a baby.
I mean, sure, but I even remember being a kid for that first time hearing that Pokemon theme. I'm just like, hell yeah. It's the same feeling I get even today when I hear the SpongeBob theme. It's not the best song in the world, but I'm just like, it's that familiar feeling and that comfortable feeling and that ping pong. I can't ever see that ping pong song becoming that for me. While the animation is fucking phenomenal. And like again, like Patrick said, very experimental. It tries something really ballsy. There's no color. It's white and black.
It goes very hard. Like like especially moments where like it looks hand drawn and like the characters like the lines are just like constantly moving.
Yeah, I love that.
I was like that's so good. And the thing is like with Pokemon, like I mean, you know, the ping pong opening, I can't remember the song to be honest, but I still liked it. And if you were to give me a choice of like, okay, would I want to listen to this on my phone, like Pokemon or ping pong theme? I would be like, okay, yeah, put the ping pong theme on my phone. I'm gonna listen to it while I drive wherever I go. With Pokemon, I don't feel that way. It's just something that kind of like
if it comes up at a party, I'll be like, okay, I'll sing along. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah,
but like for me, it just
it's the Bohemian Rhapsody for anime nerds.
It's gonna stick to the show, and that's where it's just gonna stay. Like for me,
okay, and that's fair. So here's the thing: I don't know how to go about what we're gonna do here. We can go to the Cody vote here.
I don't want to.
I kind of don't want to.
I don't want to either because I think it's unfair in this circumstance.
I think you and Wenzel should fist fight or rock paper scissors. It's up to you.
Fist fight.
Rock paper scissors.
Okay, rock paper scissors. Just one. Eyes closed again.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's going to count us down? Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3, shoot.
I'll say 1, 2, 3, shoot, and then you throw your choice on the shoot.
Okay.
All right, close your eyes.
Yep, eyes are closed.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Okay, you both have paper. Try again.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Tanner wins.
All right, Pokemon goes. Which with Cody rule as well, it would have been Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which I think it would have been unfair to bring because like Cody kind of falls in that same boat as me with Pokemon. Like it's such
a huge personal bias.
Yeah. So. Patrick, as local bracketeer, would you like to tell us the 16 anime openings that made it to the round of 32 on the left side? Right side.
On the right side, going into the next round, these are the upcoming matchups. We have Neon Genesis Evangelion opening 1 versus Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood opening 1. And we have Inuyashiki opening 1 versus JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 3 opening 1. We have
Opening 2.
Pardon me.
You were thinking about how good opening 1 was compared to opening 2, because opening 1 and part 3 is better.
I just have JoJo Part 3 because I don't have a whole. I can't write the whole thing out.
Yeah, I got you.
But in the next matchup, we have Darling and Franks opening 1 versus Ancient Magus Bride opening 1. We have Kiznaiver opening 1 versus Pop Team Epic. And then on the lower right hand bracket, we have Yu Yu Hakusho opening 1 versus Naruto opening 5. We have My Hero opening 2 versus Dragon Ball GT opening 1. We have One Piece Pirate Rap going against Mob Psycho opening 1. And last but not least, we have JoJo Part 4 going against Pokemon English Dub opening.
All right. So let's just get right into the round of 32.
Let's get going. Let's get it.
Let's do it. All right. So Patrick, lead us as you have the one true correct bracket in front of you.
All right. We're going back to the upper left quadrant, and the first matchup is Cowboy Bebop opening 1 versus Yuri on Ice opening 1.
Easily, no contest, Cowboy Bebop.
I've said my piece on the Yuri on Ice opening. I'd probably be the one here most likely to have that beating Bebop. I don't have it beating Bebop. It has to be Bebop here.
Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Okay. What did it, or does it even matter?
No, because Cody's matchup in his
think
first
we should
matchup was Sailor versus Futari.
Who won?
Cody has Sailor Moon moving on to the Sweet 16.
We should just say fuck Cody's until the end and like show his final because
Yeah.
nobody cares about his opinion.
Sure. I mean, I agree. 100%.
Colt is Cody's brother.
Yeah.
So
What? All right.
Next matchup is Kokoku opening 1 versus Dragon Ball Z Japanese opening 1.
Personally, it's Kokaku.
personally, Kokoku. Kokaku.
What
Sorry,
about you, Pat?
I don't know why I said it was so
Let's
fast.
see. Let me take a look at my sheet here because I forgot.
All of my choices are personally. What the fuck?
I had I had Naruto going on in that one. So between this one, Kokoku.
I have DBZ Japanese opening. I will take Kokoku moving on to the next round just because that theme goes hard. I'm not going to die on a
Coming out.
Chala Hey Chala hill. All right.
All right, next one we have Bobobo opening 1 versus Bleach opening 1.
I'm gonna go with Bobobo. I love the Bleach opening one, but Bobobo still goes hard. You know?
Since My Hero didn't make it, I have to go with Bobo.
Yeah.
What about you, Pat?
I'm going Bobo. Bobo goes hard.
Oh,
Look
fuck.
at Jellyman jiggling.
Oh, wow.
Oh, fuck. I really want to fight on this one.
Think about the little sun in the.
I have Bleach going so far.
But see, here's the thing. You won't win.
I'm not going to win. But man, that feels dirty. I'm fine with Bobo moving on to the next round.
Resistance is futile.
That Bobo, yeah, I mean it really is because I think y'all would destroy me on a 3-on-1 argument. But that Bleach opening fucks. That's all I have to say about that. All right, Pat.
All right, now we come to a very interesting matchup. We have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 opening 1 versus JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1. Opening 1.
Let me go ahead and say a little thing about Part 1 opening. It sets the tone for the show. It's even though it goes on after like an episode or two, this opening is amazing. The animation, it starts out showing every single part up to part 6 for a reason, no spoilers. It shows Jonathan, Joseph, Jotaro, Jolene, and Giorno. It shows all those people in the first 3 seconds of it starting. And then it starts with the legendary battle between Jonathan and Dio. And it just fucks hard from there. But Part 5 fuck harder.
I think this one's pretty easy because I think that the Part 1 opening, I've seen every JoJo opening at least. I think that Part 1 opening is definitely the weakest. That Part 5 opening goes hard, has to be Fighting Gold for me.
Part 5.
Yeah, I love you, Part 1, but you're fighting your own kind.
It completely Part 4 already went away from the whole CG, but again, with the visuals on this, it was just so good.
And the song is great.
The song's great. It completely fits the theme of the show.
Yeah.
Or the tone of the opening.
Yeah.
I'll go with Part 5.
Yeah. All right. So JoJo Part 5 moves on. Wow, this is going to become very quick. Or maybe until semifinal.
should.
Until Sweet 16 time. All right.
Yeah.
Lower left.
All right, the first matchup is Samurai Champloo opening 1 versus Hajime no Ippo opening 1.
For me, it's a no contest that Champloo goes on.
Shampoo.
What about you?
I had Champloo going on here.
I actually had Ippo winning here, which kind of again shocked me. But I'm completely 100% fine with Champloo moving on. I'm not going to fight for Hajime.
Originally, I had Space Dandy going up against My Hero opening 1 and My Hero opening 1 going, but I'm completely fine with Samurai Champloo. Yeah.
All right, the next matchup is Original Berserk opening 1 versus Re Cutie Honey opening 1.
I have Berserk just because, again, I think that Berserk opening is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Tell me why. Tell me why.
Yeah,
tell
and
me
that
what
Cutie
you
Honey one, while it is, the animation's gorgeous, the song's pretty good. It's too horny for its own good. And I couldn't have it reasonably beating that Berserk opening, so I went with Berserk.
Yeah, Berserk has to go on for me. I love Cutie Honey, the opening. Beautiful animation, good song. Just Berserk fucking kills.
While I do very much enjoy Re Cutie Honey, its opening, its animation is very high quality. Horny, be that as may, I just thought the song for Original Berserk was stronger.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so Berserk moves on.
I don't care for either.
Oh, man.
All right, the next contest is between 2 unanimous votes, and that's Beck opening 1 versus Naruto opening 4. Ooh, fuck, we're going to fight.
I'm probably going to hurt someone's feelings, but Beck fucks a lot harder than Naruto.
I am back.
What about you, Pat?
Naruto fucks real hard. Screw Beck. And I love Beck, but nothing can top Naruto in this matchup.
Which one is this one?
Fighting Dreamers.
Fighting Dreamers.
I like Beck more.
Here's my thing. I also went with Naruto here. That Naruto opening, so again, especially for a spot in the Sweet 16, that Beck opening, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous in its own way. While it's not super vibrant or colorful or anything, like it has its own style that does this really well. That Naruto opening is the first Naruto opening that is real freaking good. It kind of, I don't want to say, like seeing that as a however old I was when that was on television here. Like, I remember the first time I ever saw the Fighting Dreamers opening, it's just like, holy shit, okay, this is where we are now. It's leading up to, and again, I know we're not taking show into this, but just to preface, it's leading up to the big part 1 of Naruto, I would say climax of, the 15-year-old spoilers here, the Naruto versus Sasuke fight and the third Hokage versus Orochimaru fight.
Spoilers.
We did a whole Naruto retrospective podcast. That's fine. The Naruto has to beat Beck here for me. It has to. It full on has to. Here's my thing with Beck and why I have Naruto beating it, because while I do think both songs are good and both animations are good, I have no context with Beck. Like, I can tell you what the show's probably about, but the opening is just good. Like, I have no idea what the show is. Like, the show could be dog shit. I don't know. And again, I'm not taking that into the opening here, but it just has to be Naruto for me.
I mean, I have no personal biases for either of these shows because I haven't seen them. But when I watched Beck and I watched Naruto, I wanted to watch Beck. Made me care less for Naruto.
Coming from somebody that thinks Naruto is one of the best animes of all time, I just think
that was really weird.
I just think that opening it's good, but the animation just really wasn't there. And compared to Beck, the Beck had the good song, and it had really beautiful animation.
Yeah, that's like,
I just didn't. I love the song I love Fighting Dreamers. It's a good song. The animation just felt like a slideshow introducing characters.
Yeah, no, whenever I saw, the only reason why I even bumped up Naruto's fourth opening was because I didn't care for Fist of the North Star. But Beck got its position because Beck was not only good, but because the other opening was also boring. But it was genuinely had me interested. Good song, good animation. It looked visually interesting. Interesting. It was, yeah.
Why'd you say interesting so many times?
Because I said interesting quite a bit before that, and I was just like, yeah, there you go.
If you've been playing at home, you should be probably pretty drunk by now.
Yeah. So I kind of don't know what to do next here. It seems like we're gonna have to do another classic rock paper scissors.
What did
Cody has Naruto? If we want to go to Cody vote, but of course Cody has Naruto.
Yeah.
No, I want to do rock paper scissors.
Rock paper scissors. Okay, Patrick, I think you're stronger about this than me. You should do rock paper scissors. And who wants to go for y'all?
I feel like Wenzel's a little bit stronger than me on this one.
I'm back.
Dang,
Okay,
I'm fighting everybody.
So Wenzel versus Pat. Close your eyes. I will count you down. We will do 1, 2, 3, shoot, and that will be it. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. Wenzel wins.
God damn it!
I'm so powerful.
I'm gonna fuck you up after this show. Because literally, there's only 2 songs on this whole tournament that I was gonna fight and die for, and this was one of them. I'm fucking pissed.
Patrick's gonna kick your ass.
I'm sorry.
I have 10 years of life on you. You're going to get fucked up.
But you're so old.
Oh,
But you're a bitch.
But a young one.
I can't handle this. All right. Oh fuck! Put him up! All right, Patrick, take us to our last left side matchup.
The final matchup in the lower left quadrant is Zeta Gundam Opening 2 versus One Punch Man Opening 1.
I mean, One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
The fucking Zeta Gundam has some of the most beautiful mechs. Most beautiful Gundams in the whole series of Gundam. But I'm just throw that comment in there. It's One Punch Man.
Yeah.
What? No, Cody wasn't unanimous on these.
No, Cody also went Gunman and One Punch Man. But we wasn't unanimous on One Punch Man because Colt had Spice and Wolf.
Yeah.
But Cody went One Punch Man as well. Oh. So, Patrick, will you tell us the first 8 songs, or the first 8 openings that made our Sweet 16?
All right. For the first half of the Sweet 16, on the left-hand side, we have, in the next round, Cowboy Bebop versus Kokoku. We have Bobobo versus JoJo Part 5. We have Samurai Champloo versus Berserk. And last, we have Beck versus One Punch Man.
Okay. Take us on this journey. Right side. Here we go.
All right. So, starting on the right side, we have Evangelion Opening 1 versus Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood Opening 1.
I mean, the Brotherhood opening, really freaking good. Has to be Evangelion. I mean, it has to be Evangelion.
It's Evangelion for me as well.
It's Full Metal Alchemist for me. I just can't. Full Metal Alchemist Opening 1 is the best opening in the Full Metal Alchemist series. It just is. And it's also just so fucking good. I can't. I'm more attached to it than I am Evangelion.
I mean, with me, like, personal bias for this, I'm more attached to Evangelion because I saw it as a kid, horrified of it, loved it, and, like, I did see Full Metal Alchemist later in life, but Evangelion for me still sticks in my mind, and I have to still give it the number 1 spot personally on my anime of all time.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, it has to be Evangelion.
Pat, where are you at on this?
Let me take a look at my sheet.
Consult the sheet.
Consult your paper, please.
This is one where I don't really care.
That's how I am. Like obviously I know Eva and FMA. I feel like I'm more. I lean towards more FMA. I kind of just picked on mine. Like I went with Eva, but it's still like.
Okay, so we have 2 don't cares and 2 Evangelions.
Wow.
I would prefer Full Metal Alchemist, but I don't care who goes on.
Here's my thing about this. I think Wenzel probably cares more about Evangelion. I think he can give a more compelling argument for Evangelion than probably y'all can for Brotherhood, just because y'all don't care as much. So I think Evangelion makes it here.
Yeah.
And also,
I'm not going to fight.
And also for Cody tiebreaker, Cody also had Evangelion going here. So
Okay.
Evangelion.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. All right, Pat, guide us.
All right, the next matchup is Inuyashiki Opening 1 versus JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Opening 2, right?
A Part 3 opening.
Part 3 opening 2.
Yeah.
It's all these parts and openings are screwing
I know.
It's
Yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 Opening 2.
Yep.
Inuyashiki. Easily.
I'm also Inuyashiki here.
I think I went with Inuyashiki.
JoJo.
Oh, great.
But, there's 3 of you, so I'm not going to.
Okay, so Inuyashiki goes. If anybody wants to know what went here for Cody, Cody picked Attack on Titan over Dragon Ball.
So that helps us not.
Literally not at all.
Nothing.
All right, Pat, let's go.
All right, the next matchup is Darling and Frank's Opening 1 versus Ancient Magus Bride Opening 1.
Okay, here's the thing. No way Ancient Magus Bride is going here because nobody really cared for it.
I don't really remember
We
it.
just didn't like Death Note.
Yeah.
So it has to be Darling in the Franxx. here.
Darling and
Yeah.
the Franks.
So Darling and Frank's moves on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's would actually be another unanimous decision. Cody also had Frank beating Magus Bride. Which I thought was interesting.
All right, the next matchup is Kiznaiver Opening 1 versus Pop Team Epic Opening 1.
Pop Team Epic. It's got to be Pop Team.
This is hard because this is the first matchup where neither of my openings are in the matchup. So, but I
Think about animation.
I'm thinking about animation. I'm thinking about song. Think about how memorable one or the other is. Has to be Pop Team Epic for me.
It's Pop Team Epic for me as well.
Yeah. What about you, Wenzel?
It was Kiznaiver.
You would pick Kiznaiver? Okay.
Yeah.
Is any particular reason why?
No, it was a really hard choice, and I just kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. I was just like, I really felt, even though I talked about Pop Team Epic before, I just really felt Kiznaiver because I had to take a personal bias into for this as well.
Yeah.
Because with Pop Team Epic, I kind of like, I stopped watching it. With Kiznaiver, I watched it all the way through twice.
Okay.
So I was like, it had to be Kiznaiver.
Okay.
But this is fine.
Yeah, but Pop Team. Cody also had Pop Team Epic beating Tokyo Ghoul here, which I think is arguably a tougher matchup than Pop Team Epic versus Kniver, but
Yeah.
All right, Patrick, let's
Going
go.
into the lower right quadrant, we have Yu Yu Hakusho English opening 1 versus Naruto opening 5.
Which one's Naruto opening 5 again?
I can't tell you the song off the top. It's actually has a lot of smooth animation. It's the opening that ends. I can't. I mean, obviously, I can't sing. It's in fucking
This is
Japanese.
the opening that actually directly leads into the conflict between Naruto and Sasuke. It has like it ends with them like the close up of them as sort of like they fade into light into darkness.
Yeah.
That's the had like the sound 4 and it had like you know
The opening actually shows Naruto and Curse, like the not Curse, but
Sage mode?
not Sage mode, but like
Cuban
using
mode.
using the
yeah,
first.
it's the
Nine
Sasuke
Tails.
retrieval arc.
Yeah.
Anime opening.
Yeah, but obviously I can't. Like,
No, this isn't Shippuden. This is.
no,
This
this
is
is still Naruto.
regular.
Yeah.
I was thinking of.
We would have said Shippuden.
Naruto classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I gave the edge here to Naruto. I am not gonna die on this hill because I don't care about either super strongly. So if Yu makes it, Yu makes it. But I gave it to Naruto.
I give it to Naruto only because I don't like the Yu Yu Hakusho opening.
Okay.
Mine is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Mine's Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
But the thing is, I don't really care either.
Yeah. So that's my thing. Now the Yu Yu Hakusho is still a banger theme. And this is the first Naruto opening that I really think you can make the actual animation for it argument, because like it's not these stop motion, or not stop motion, but it's not like the slideshow style sort of deal. So we can go to the Cody vote here.
What's the Cody vote?
Cody has Yu Yu Hakusho moving on to the next round. So I'm fine with Yu Yu Hakusho moving on. I don't feel super strong about this Naruto opening.
I don't care. This is the one legit. I have no feelings.
So okay,
Okay.
Yu Yu
Hell
Hakusho.
yes. This is my number 2. Oh wow. So whatever comes up next, y'all are gonna get bloody.
Wow. Pat was holding it.
All right, Pat, take us.
All right, the next opening is My Hero opening 2
Yes.
versus Dragon Ball GT Japanese opening 1.
It has to be My Hero, right?
Is this a
Yeah,
My
I'd
Hero?
say My Hero.
My Hero. I think My Hero all around.
It's My Hero for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
My Hero.
That's an interesting matchup. My Hero versus Yu Yu.
Yeah. All right, Pat, take us.
All right, next one is One Piece Pirate Rap versus Mob Psycho opening 1.
Mob Psycho.
Mob Psycho.
No, wait. The Pirate Rap's not making the Sweet 16. Mob Psycho has to make it the Sweet 16.
It was Mob Psycho.
Yeah, it's Mob Psycho. Put it. Chalk.
It's lead. Actually, graphite. Corrected
Yeah, I was
myself. Get fucked, Cole, bitch. You were about to say it to me, so I said it.
So he just said it.
I was just gonna say, you mean graphite, or it's graphite? I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, the final installment in this matchup is JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 4 opening 1 versus Pokemon English dub opening.
JoJo Part 4. It has to.
JoJo Part 4. JoJo Part 4.
It's JoJo Part 4.
Okay. I have Pokemon here. I don't care enough to fight for. I think Pokemon is great, iconic. This was an actual tough matchup for me, and like I barely gave the edge to Pokemon. Y'all would beat me in a JoJo argument. JoJo can move on.
I'll beat you in real life. I'll pretend I'm Josuke.
So
Break your back and
Gosh,
put it
it's
back.
weird that I could get. I almost get all of these right except for the Kiz and Ivor matchup.
yeah.
But yeah, I got a lot of these. Like I didn't get the first round right, but I got the second round right. That's weird.
Interesting. Pat, take us. Tell us our the other half of our Sweet 16.
The upcoming matchups in the right hand side of the bracket will be Evangelion versus Inuyashiki. It will be Darling the Franxx versus Pop Team Epic. It'll be Yu Yu Hakusho versus My Hero, and lastly, be Mob Psycho versus JoJo Part 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just move on upper left.
All right,
Let's go.
here we go.
All right. Starting the next round of deliberation.
For a spot in the top 8.
For the top 8, we have Cowboy Bebop versus Kokoku.
Kokaku for me. I love Cowboy Bebop, but Kokaku hits harder.
That's shocking because I put Kokaku as well.
What about you, Pat?
I had Cowboy Bebop, but I'm not. This isn't a super strong matchup to me, so that I just went to one I just kind of preferred or knew.
I have Bebop. The Bebop opening, like Kokaku was great. Great opening, great animation, great song. 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's fucking like that. Talk about shit that gets you hyped. Cowboy Bebop, fucking
Yeah.
tank gets you hype.
No, the jazz is great.
Yeah, I mean it's great. The animation is so.
It's another case where it's a slideshow with little tidbits of animation.
I agree. I mean, that's not. I mean, yes, it is. But like, it's done perfectly. Like, I feel like if you mess up something like that even a little bit, it comes off as hokey and stupid. Bebop pulls it off great. Like it has to be
I see. That's good and all, but Kukaku, seeing that, I was just completely blown away. I'm like, wow, like this is so much better than that Cowboy Bebop opening.
And like here's the thing, because I didn't even have Kokaku making it to this next round. I'm fine with Kokaku going over Bebop. I'm not going to sit here and fight for Bebop. I have no emotional attachment to Bebop. I just know Bebop is a fucking jamming opening, and Kokaku is as well. So I'm 100% okay with Kokaku moving on to the next round.
All right, we're good with Kokaku.
All right, wow, good job, Colt.
Thank you.
All right, Pat, steer us.
All right, the next matchup is Bobobo versus JoJo Part 5.
Part 5.
Part 5. Don't get me wrong. I love the Bobobo opening. It's just I don't really have much attachment to it other than I liked the opening when I was a kid.
I mean, I liked watching it as a kid, but JoJo, man, JoJo Part 5. Watching the show, yeah.
What about you, Pat?
Well, I definitely feel like JoJo is clearly the stronger show. I don't really like Part 5's opening at all. It's just like it's not bad, but just it does nothing for me.
Wow.
And Wild Challenger, it gets me hyped.
Yes, that is my thing with Bobobo as well. It gets me hyped. That shit rules. Bobobo to me has to go over Part 5 here. Bobobo has withstood the test of time. Part 5's opening is less than a year old.
Yeah, and I think that's what kills Bobobo. Like, Bobo can stand the test of time, but the fact that there's an opening that's significantly better than that, like Part 5, like, yeah.
I don't think it's significantly better, though.
I do.
Because, I mean, when you like watching it, it's like it gives you characters, it gets you hyped, it shows you like their special abilities, even though you know
it doesn't show them completely. It shows tidbits of their stand. Like
once you see their stands,
no, you see their stands, you just don't know what their abilities are.
Yeah, it's like that. But once you like know it, it's like, oh, that's cool. But with the Bobo theme, the animation, it's fun. It's good, vibrant colors. The song is great. That's the thing here, and that's the thing. You know, we're fighting for a top 8 spot here. Both of these openings are good. I'm not saying fighting goal. I fought for JoJo Part 5 earlier. Like, it's good. That Bobo theme has to make it for me because I'm in the same boat as Pat. It's fucking hype as hell.
But see, JoJo's the same way. Fighting Gold, it gets you hyped as hell. Like, it's just
that's fine. I'm talking from my personal standpoint. Fighting Gold doesn't get me as hype as fucking Wild Challenger does.
If I want to be spicy, Fighting Gold puts me to sleep.
Oh! Boom. Pat just dropped that, too. So I think that settles it.
Bobo is
Rose of Versailles moves on to the top 8.
For me, Bobo, it just hits a childish bone for me, which is not a bad thing. It doesn't hit that more serious, which of course it's Bobo. It's not serious at all. It's got Gundam references and millions of other anime references. JoJo hits that sexy meat bone. It's horny as hell. It's sexy as hell. They're posing up a storm.
Talk about horny. That's not even the horniest song in JoJo Part 5.
Yeah, goddamn right it isn't.
So
yeah,
we can't consult Cody bracket here because he has Rodari Kenshin beating Bleach.
Fuck off.
I mean, Winslow, you can say your piece, but it sounds like to me it's going to have to come down to a rock, paper, scissors again.
I mean, like Colt said, Bobo just feels childish. Like with,
but is that a bad thing?
No, it's not. But with Part 5, it resonates more with me. I don't know, like how they.
Is that because it's more recent though, and you're watching it now?
No. I mean, well, maybe. I mean, they're like, because I mean, I'm older, and I mean, we're all gonna get constantly older. But like, I mean,
I'm not.
Oh yeah, but like with, I don't know, it just, yeah, I don't know, it just feels better to me than Bobo.
Well, plus, like, I'm just taking it for the strength of the song because even though Bobo was one of my favorite series, you know, over 10 years ago, I'm almost confident that I can't enjoy it the same way I did then. So, like, I would definitely choose, if I just strength of the show, JoJo over Bobo, but like, Bobo's song is way fucking better.
Yeah. I'm judging just based solely on the opening, because if we bring in shows into this, I think JoJo beats Bobo, because I think Part 5 especially is a better show than I almost said JoJo than Bobo. God, JoJo versus.
I mean, like this is a pretty funny matchup. JoJo versus Bobo. Like,
Yeah.
Like, so, but I'm judging just based solely on the opening, how the opening makes me feel, and with the song, like like Bobo just hits that. You were talking about sexy meat bone earlier. Bobo hits my here we go, like, yes, let's do it. Like like the Bobo theme song reminds me of like a One Punch Man theme song. It gets me hyped, even though the openings themselves are drastically fucking different. It gives me the same feeling of like hype and like yes, and especially having like the knowledge, like, because I watched Bobo when I was a kid, but then like I remember just a few years ago going back and rewatching some of it, it still holds up to me. Like there's stuff in Bobo that I find still funny or even funnier now. Like, and while it is a show probably meant for children, it still has a lot of. It's kind of like SpongeBob in a way. Like it's the SpongeBob of anime. As stupid as that fucking sounds. Where it's for kids, but like, oh, here's a joke for you parents out there. That's what Bobo is to me. So it has to be Bobo for me. I think it's going to come down to rock paper scissors, because I think we all feel strongly about different openings here.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to have to. I think Patrick versus Colt should be the rock paper scissors fight.
Sure.
Colt,
all right. I just don't like the Bobo opening that much.
I mean, I
just can't see it.
I mean,
making it this far.
Yeah, no, like Part 5, like how I feel about it, like the best something. Sorry, like when I look at it, like it not only gets me hyped, but like it makes me feel like even though I'm not a gangster, I'm not fighting some enemy that is like insanely powerful. You know, I don't have any special powers, but I feel like I can overcome some form of adversity, not only like with my friends, but also just like by myself. Like it makes me it makes me feel powerful, I guess the way to describe it. Like I don't know.
I don't get that feeling from fighting Gold at all.
I get that, and when I see Bobo, just it's silly, like it's silly, childish. Which I mean, there are shows that are like meant for children that have like not necessarily silly openings, but they're very like not as deep as like this, but like they are much better, and they like I can enjoy it now. But with Bobo, it's like I just like I don't know. It's just Go ahead.
I say close your eyes. Should we do best 2 out of 3 since this is for a spot of the top 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Close your eyes. I'll do 1, 2, 3 shoot. You fire on shoot. All right. Are you ready? And keep your eyes closed the entire time. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3 shoot. Colt wins round 1. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3 shoot. Patrick wins round 2. Oh fuck. So it's coming down to the third. All right. 1, 2, 3 shoot. Tie. Okay, go again. 1, 2, 3 shoot. Tie. Go again. 1, 2, 3 shoot. Patrick wins.
Fuck.
Hell yeah.
You changed it last
You changed it last second. You
were
had
rock.
rock and went paper. Oof. So Bobo goes.
God,
It won't make it
God
much further.
fucking no, it won't.
Here's my thing. Like my personal matchup there was Bleach versus JoJo. I also have Bleach winning. I would have probably also had the My Hero opening from all the way from the first round beating JoJo here. Fuck me, beating JoJo here. So like that, like this isn't like a Bobo bias or whatever. Like I would have had 3 out of the 4 possible openings. JoJo face.
See, my personal was Koku versus JoJo Part 5.
Wait, no. Kokoku wouldn't have been on that part of the bracket yet. Wouldn't have been in the bottom 4.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. All right. Pat, take us to our lower left.
All right, for the first matchup in the lower left, we have Samurai Champloo versus Original Berserk.
Champloo. Easy.
Anybody else have a super hot take with this?
No, I like Berserk's opening. I like it a lot, but Champloo, I like it more.
Champloo.
I had Berserk.
I also have Berserk.
God damn it.
Right.
But here's my thing. I do not feel super strongly about Berserk beating Champloo. I'm fine with Champloo moving. I'm not emotionally invested in Berserk. I'm more of a Champloo. Champloo is fine making it here. I'm fine with Champloo going. Pat, if I don't know.
It's the same way for me. It was just a quickie pick. So
Yep.
I'm fine with whichever went in. So
Yep.
if Champloo,
Okay.
Champloo goes on.
Champloo can go.
Awesome possum.
Yeah, that was us throwing
What
you a
Cody
bone.
say?
Cody in this matchup had Space Dandy versus Cutie Honey, and
Dandy.
no, I lied. Cody in this round had, Space Dandy versus Cutie Honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Cody had Space Dandy. Okay, Patrick, let's go.
All right, the final match in the lower left is Beck versus One Punch Man.
Okay, Beck stops here. It's One Punch Man.
I like Bex more, but I'm not gonna fight because I don't give a fuck.
It was One Punch Man for me.
It has to be One Punch Man.
It was One Punch Man
Yeah,
for me.
has to be One Punch Man. Like one punch. Yeah, has to be.
Calm down.
Okay, Pat, will you tell us?
The final four in the left-hand side
Yes.
is Kokoku versus Bobovo and Shampoo versus One Punch.
Great. I have one of those
Wait.
4 openings.
Yeah, I said for my personal one, I had.
We were talking about a different round though. You were talking about that round.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, but no, I was talking about this matchup right here. You were talking about this matchup right here.
Oh, whatever.
All right, Patrick, take us to the right.
All right, the first matchup.
Wait, that sounds really bad.
The first matchup in the right-hand side, we have Evangelion versus Inuyashiki.
I know everybody's gonna be Evangelion, but I'm Inuyashiki. I'll be the small amount of people.
Evangelion.
I can go either way. I'm not married to either.
That's like me. I could go either way. I have Evangelion going to the next round, but I could go either way if I heard a compelling argument one way or the other. I'm fine with Evangelion going to the next round. So
there's a point where Evangelion just get overrated, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, that's completely valid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably one of the most recognizable anime openings ever.
But yeah, that's the same thing with Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, sure. I mean, and I get that. And being around for, so long, especially us being like online as long as we have, like, of course, like sometimes that stuff gets old, which is why I would be fine with Inuyashiki actually beating Evangelion here. But here I had Evangelion versus Attack on Titan. Evangelion wins out to me against any opening it could have won there. But again, I'm not really emotionally attached either way. So
I had Evangelion moving forward, but like I said,
yeah,
I'll take whatever winner comes.
I think it's gonna. I think Evangelion has to go here just because it's Colt versus 3 of us. Or really, it'd be Colt versus Wenzel, and I think Wenzel feels stronger about Evangelion than Colt does about Inuyashiki.
It's more so. I've been doing this for too long.
What do you mean?
As in, like, I don't feel like putting up a fight.
That's fine.
So we can.
And then Cody also had Evangelion as well too. So it 4-1. Like, yeah. All right, Pat, take us to.
All right, the next matchup is Darling the Franks versus Pop Team Epic.
Pop Team Epic. Easy.
I had Pop Team Epic.
Darling and the Franks.
I also have Darling and the Franks moving on.
It just, in my opinion, I'll say it, the animation does not compare. Yes, Darling in the Franks has a a moody, weird teen feeling, but Pop Team Epic has this beautiful, colorful, vibrant, with designs from every walk of life, it felt like. Especially when it's the spinning scene, where it's Papako and Mimimi, or Pipimi, and they're changing costumes and turning into different things. That part specifically, I bet it's the favorite part of the opening. Is what pushes it so far for me.
I will say this: Pop Team Epic and Darling and the Franks. I love the both of these openings. Which this time around, it's not so much I don't care which one makes it through. I love them so much. I will not be mad about either one making it through and the other one getting cut because I think they are 2 very strong openings. I agree with Colt with Pop Team Epic's points, but again, the Darling and the Franks one just hits me in such a different way that I don't get hit by anime opening or by songs in general.
Yeah, and I mean, visually, like, even though it doesn't have as many colors, it's still
beautiful in
like
its own way.
The aesthetic itself is still beautiful. Yeah.
As for me, I definitely feel like even though Darling Franks has obviously a more muted color palette than Pop Team Epic, and taking a slow boat with its song, I just feel like for me the song is stronger for Pop Team, and there's more in the way of visual variety in Pop Team Epic's animation.
Yeah. And I agree with that.
That's fair.
So I mean that's completely fair. Again, I think these are both like this could have been the championship matchup, and I would be like, okay, we did pretty good. So the fact that this is for a spot in the final 8 is kind of, but that the Darling in the Franxx one just hits me differently than, again, any anime opening at all. But also in the same vein, the Pop Team Epic also hits me in a different way than most show openings do. Most show, I feel a few emotions when I watch an anime opening. I'll feel super hyped. I'll feel super sad in some circumstances, like ReZero, or I'll just be like, okay, time to get into the show. The Pop Team Epic one, genuinely makes me happy because it's so colorful. The song is so fun, so upbeat. And I think while Pop Team also has the kiddie vibe, obviously it's not a show for kids, but it gives off the kiddie vibe. Unlike Bobobo, Pop Team Epic is clean and much cleaner in its opening than Bobobo. Bobobo still has the roughness and
even the song has a rough sound.
Yeah. And while I love that Bobobo theme, but with Pop Team Epic, it is so clean and it uses so many different artistic styles, not just in animation, but there's some live action stuff in there too. And usually that stuff comes across as stupid. I mean, in cartoons in general. I think it fits perfectly, so I am fine with either. I almost want to abstain from this just because I do not feel strongly I feel strongly about both. So, but I can't argue for both openings, or we'd be here for fucking a day and a half. So I'm fine with whatever moving on from this round.
Me and Pat feel strongly about
Pop Team Epic.
You feel strong about Pop Team?
Yeah, I'm definitely in the corner for Pop Team.
Okay.
And then Wenzel is strong for Darling. I'm technically strong for both. And then if we want to consult Cody bracket, this must have been the hardest matchup for Cody because Cody had Darling in the Franxx at first, marked it out, and put Pop Team Epic. So
he has Pop Team Epic?
Yeah, Pop Team Epic. So I think Pop Team Epic should probably go, even though I have Darling in the Franxx in my personal bracket. I think we as a collective are probably more high on Pop Team Epic than we are Darling in the Franxx. And I think that would better illustrate our collective taste. Sure. That's my take.
So I think we Pop Team Epic.
Pop Team Epic.
Pop Team Epic.
Though I will say I would be interested in an alternate time where Franxx would go against Ava just for the sake of what Wenzel would have to do. His brain would just be smoking.
No, that's what happened.
Yeah, that also happened on my bracket.
Yeah, Evangelion went up with Franxx and it was bloody.
I literally see little stains on his. All right, Patrick.
All right, we have Yu Yu Hakusho English opening versus My Hero opening 2.
I mean,
My Hero.
My Hero.
I have Naruto beating FMA here, but as far as Yu Yu Hakusho versus that My Hero theme, I think it has to be My Hero.
I mean, My Hero opening 2 is my favorite My Hero opening, but to me it doesn't quite get the same energy, because I feel like I've been, even though it doesn't quite seem fair, because Yu Yu Hakusho's been around for 20, 30 years, and I've been listening to it for over 10 years.
Yeah.
It's just it's a song I always come back to, and it's one of my all-time favorites, because it was in the finals for me, but I know it's a 1v3, and that's, no matter how hard I push, I'm not going to win that fight.
I think My Hero has to go. I mean, even though My Hero theme for me got cut in the first round, I think My Hero has to go over Yu Yu Hakusho here. Just using the same collective argument that hurt y'all earlier of I think it better illustrates our taste as a collective, rather that be good or bad. Yeah, I think My Hero has to go.
Sure.
To the next round.
I wanted Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh,
no,
that changes the whole game. All right,
I'm going to piss in your hoodie and drag you out in the street.
Wow.
Soundbite right there.
Pat, I can easily take what's been given.
Give me your piss now. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh wow, Pat's going full audio bit.
All right. The last matchup in the right quadrant is Mob Psycho versus JoJo Part 4.
Gonna offend y'all piggies. Part 4. I feel more strongly about JoJo at Part 4 than I do Mob Psycho as a whole.
For me, it's JoJo Part 4. It is far and away my favorite JoJo opening. And Mob Psycho's is a great opening, but for me it can't touch JoJo Part 4.
Okay, here's the thing.
Wow, I didn't realize I was dealing with fucking psychopaths here. Wenzel, you go.
I had Mob.
Oh, great. Is that it?
I had Mob Psycho 100.
I have Mob winning here.
No, don't get me wrong. It was a very, very hard choice. Like, I had to revisit it.
You're hurting Koichi right now. Bitch.
Oh, Koichi can take it.
No, he can't. His little heart's gonna break. He's
okay,
gonna die.
Spoiler: he gets his neck fucking snapped.
Cause of you bitch.
No, it was.
I saw the edit. I saw you break his neck.
Well, I mean, he kind of deserved it.
What?
No,
All he
no.
does is egg.
Let me
Wow.
let me give my argument for Mob Psycho moving on here. That Mob thing, first off, just song, not animation. That song is fucking good, and it's primarily just counting.
It literally counts down.
Yeah, like you have the little opening bit, count from 1 to 100. That's it. But combine that with the animation of the opening. The animation, for my money's worth, is the most visually striking animation in an opening ever. The colors, vibrant. The transitions are
excellent.
Are fucking mind blowing. Like they somehow use optical illusions and animation, and moving animation, to make things look like what they aren't.
Like when fucking Teru is we see him in the opening, like there's a cactus, and then it changes to his long ass hair.
Yeah.
And then it changes from that to when Mob goes to like mystery percentage.
Yeah.
Like just that animation, and then like, you know, stuff being turned into fucking food, or the little
like Dimple being a head of broccoli.
Yeah.
A head of broccoli, a correct term?
No, he was something, or he turned into some kind of like little dessert, and then Reagan.
No, he turned into a takoyaki.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
And it was really hot. But then there was somebody who was like, there was an explosion that becomes a head of broccoli.
Yeah.
Or like there's like the little hint of the division, the Claw division, or the 7th division of Claw. It's just like all of that just combined together with that amazing song. It works. It's so good. Like it gets you pumped up. Like, again, a song pumping you up shouldn't be like the only factor to make a good opening, but like this really, it works for this.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. It fits it.
And like the song itself is literally the premise of the show.
Yeah, like
going from 1 to 100.
And then like when the lyrics are like, "What do you want, Mob? What do you want?" You know, that's great.
Oh my god. And for me, this is a no contest almost.
Like the way it also conveys like you said, like the premise like of its conveying of Mob's emotions.
Yeah,
like that's just great.
Yeah, like the part 4 opening is good.
Like part 4 is probably my favorite part. I love the opening, but this no contest.
It has to be Mob for me. I'm willing to hear JoJo arguments, but it has to be Mob for me.
I already know the 2 finalists just off what we've been doing.
I don't know if you do, because
I can
I've
easily
lost
tell
mine.
what the finals are from just animation wise and song wise, and everybody else in the group. I don't care. I can already see who wins.
I don't know. I don't think you can, but maybe you can. I don't know.
Yeah, I can.
Even though I'm not the biggest, by comparison, I'm not the biggest JoJo fan. I do, and this is a knock against, like, in all seriousness, it isn't a knock against Mob Psycho. It's a great song, but I go back to JoJo Part 4 all the time since when did it first come out? 2014, 15,
16.
I mean, I constantly go back to that song, and like Mob's, like I said, Mob's great, but like once the season was over, like Mob went in the corner, and then it didn't come back out until season 2. So like it's not one I ever sought out to revisit, but JoJo, it just hit hard, it hit fast, and it just stayed with me, and that's how it's been ever since.
See, I'm the complete opposite. When first season of Mob ended, I'm like, okay, I need more Mob. I've listened to that. I watched the opening on a pretty frequent basis, just because I think it's amazing, and I don't know. And like the song, like I like talk about songs that gives me chills and like elicit weird reactions out of me. That's one of them. It has to be Mob for me. It has to be Mob. It has to. Like, I know that's not a good argument, and this is going to come down to rock, paper, scissors, I'm pretty sure, just because I think we're all pretty strong on our stances here. But if anybody wants to know what Cody did, Cody had Naruto Shippuden beating Mob Psycho here.
Cody always surprising us.
Yeah, Cody pulling a fast one on us. But like, it has to be Mob for me. I'm willing to rock paper scissors fight, or fight in general.
Yeah.
All right, so who wants to?
I mean, who?
Wants
Yeah,
to square up for Mob.
either Pat or Colt has to rock paper scissors me.
I'll go.
I've lost
okay.
all will.
Okay.
I'll step up to bat for JJ.
But it has to be best 2 out of 3. Eyes closed. Who's going to count us down?
I'll do it.
You? Okay.
Would you go on 3 or to shoot?
Shoot.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Ooh,
Pat.
I was like, ooh, he can't. Rock paper scissors is close.
All right.
All right. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Ooh, Tanner.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Tie.
Tie. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Tie. 1, 2, 3. What?
So it's a tie again?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Tanner wins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Pat, tell us our other half of our final 8.
All right. We have, going to the next round, we have Ava versus Pop Team Epic, and we have My Hero versus Mob Psycho.
Okay. Let's do it. Upper left. Here we go.
Starting with the upper left, we have Kokoku versus Bobobo.
Kokaku.
Yes.
I'm going to go Kokoku here. And I know that's probably surprising, but here's the reason I go Kokoku. Kokoku song, also very good. Bobo song, very good. Bobo's animation, kind of on the weaker side. Kokoku
Smooth.
animation, fucking smooth, buttery, crisp.
Yep.
I have to go Kokoku here.
For me, it was Bobobo, but of course it's 3v1, so I'm not going to win the fight no matter what. But just like for Kokoku, like just being honest, like just taking nostalgia out of it. Like I said, I love Bobo back then, but it's not really nostalgia to me. It's just the strength of the song.
Yeah.
Kokoku, like I can't even remember the song or the opening. It just
Oh, wow.
so
Okay. So, Kokoku then?
it's Kokoku.
Okay. Kokoku. If anybody would like to know Cody had a Naruto opening 2 beating Renori Kenshin. So the winner of I did not see this coming at all. The winner of the upper left side of the bracket is Kokoku for us. All right. Let's go. Bottom left.
That was the one I had winning for me on my personal one.
Really?
Yep.
Personally, for me, it is par 5.
Personally
That was
for
a
me,
hard fight.
Personally for me, I had Bleach.
Personally, for me, it was Bobobo.
Okay.
Oh,
so
nice.
let's go bottom left.
All right, the last matchup in the bottom left is Shampoo versus One Punch Man.
I want Shampoo, but I already know the answer.
One Punch Man for me.
It's One Punch Man.
It's One Punch Man for me too. Like the Shampoo opening is great, iconic in its own right. I think the One Punch Man opening is also iconic in its own right, despite being, way fresher than Shampoo. That One Punch Man theme just goes.
I mean, to be honest, I remember One Punch Man. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Shampoo and I do vaguely remember it, but One Punch Man, I remember it more. Yeah.
I remember the song for One Punch Man more. I don't really remember the opening, besides Fiery Fist.
Okay. All right, Pat, let's go to the... So the 2 that made it from that side was...
We have on the winner. The overall winners for the right side is Kokoku on the upper left, and One Punch Man on the lower left.
Okay, so upper right.
So going to the upper right, the final matchup is Evangelion versus Pop Team Epic.
Pop Team Epic for me, but
It's Pop Team Epic for me.
I'm also going to go Pop Team Epic here.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
this is the first time
Let-
Ava, and I still think the other one's gonna make it, but still, I'll cry about it. When we get there.
Pop Team Epic has to go for me at this point because I don't feel as strongly about Evangelion. Yeah, it's got to be Pop Team Epic for me.
you want to say your last goodbyes to Ava? Anything else to bring out?
I mean, Neon Genesis Evangelion is easily one of the most defining and best anime of all time. Like, there's no question about it.
Comatose hand.
Great.
That's not even in the show.
I'm so fucked up.
Yeah, I know, but still.
All right. Lower right, Patrick.
All right, the final matchup in the lower right, we have My Hero opening 2 versus Mob Psycho opening 1.
It's Mob.
It's got to be Mob.
Even though I didn't
Here.
have Mob going this far.
It's got to be Mob here. Over My Hero, yes, has to be Mob.
Easy. Visually, Mob looks better than My Hero in every single shot.
Yes.
For me, I had My Hero.
What'd you have?
Mob,
Okay.
but I don't care.
I think it has to be Mob 3-on-1. Okay. So what are our right side winners?
The
Patrick?
overall right side winners on the upper right, it was Pop Team Epic, and on the lower right, it was Mob Psycho 100.
All right. So now
the final four is Kokoku versus Pop Team Epic, and Mob Psycho versus One Punch Man.
okay. So let's do upper first. Let's do Kokoku versus Pop Team Epic.
I love Kokaku. I really do. I nominated it as one of the people that did. But Pop Team Epic visually in the song is just better for me. I like it a lot, but Pop Team Epic is the winner for me.
I don't care.
You can't say I don't.
But I really don't.
It's the final rounds.
Yeah, but again, I don't care.
Pat, what
I don't
about
care
you?
if it's the final round.
I had Pop Team Epic.
I would have Pop Team Epic here as well, just because. Yeah, I mean it's great song, great. I mean we've already said our piece on Pop Team Epic, and also Pop Team Epic it's just better than Kokoku in my opinion. The actual animation style, the
Story
colors.
wise, it's the other way around.
I mean, like, obviously you can't really compare the two. One's obviously a
Yeah.
narrative,
Yeah.
and one's
Oh yeah, I
variety
mean
show,
you
so-
can't
Yeah,
nominate
yeah.
the show. I've
But
meant the opening.
One of them's easier to understand.
I should preface that I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy because I said I don't care. It's because I don't care because I didn't have Kokoku or Pop Team Epic going that far, and honestly, it's just kind of like that's a weird matchup for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I didn't either. I had Bleach. So
I mean, really though, it's Pop Team Epic. So
Patrick, so take us to our bottom.
So, the final matchup in the bottom half is family against family. It's One Punch Man versus Mob Psycho 100.
So I will actually say, preface this was this matchup for me. Like I had
Same.
One Punch
Yeah.
Man
This is-
and Mob Psycho.
this is for me as well.
I love both of these openings to death. But at this point, you have to take personal preference into it because they both have jamming songs, beautiful animation, and totally different styles of animation too.
Both made by the same people.
Both made by the same animation studio, same people made both shows. I gave the edge to Mob.
For me, I gave my edge to Mob Psycho.
I'd say Mob too.
Mob.
Oh shit! Okay, Mob Psycho.
Mob.
Mob.
Oh, gosh, I love it when Reagan says his name.
If anybody would like to know Cody's, Cody had Naruto OP4 beating Yu Yu Hakusho.
That was the Yu Yu Hakusho versus Naruto opening 4. That was my final
Really?
final matchup in the bottom one.
Wow. Okay, so Pat, what is our championship opening?
The
round.
final battle, the final match in the AYCH official best anime opening of all time, we have Pop Team Epic versus Mob Psycho 100.
Before we get to that, I just want to go ahead and say my last four.
Okay.
And then I'll say my winner as well because fuck it. Top left, I had Kokaku. Top right, I had versus Inuyashiki. Inuyashiki won that one. Bottom left, I had Samurai Champloo as winner, and then bottom right, I had Part 4 of JoJo. Champloo won that one. Inuyashiki versus Champloo final round, and it was kind of hard, but I went with Inuyashiki.
Oh wow.
Inuyashiki
Okay.
is my favorite opening out of. Well, it went down to the matchups in the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It kind of goes down to pairings in the end.
Yeah.
Because personally, do I think Pop Team Epic is probably the second best opening of all time? No.
No.
But by the way our matchups went down, yes. So
I wanted to
do
say
yours.
mine as well. My upper left was Part 5's opening winning, and then my lower left was One Punch Man, and then my upper right was Neon Genesis Evangelion winning, and then my lower right was Mob Psycho 100, and then what ended up winning in the top two quadrants, upper left and upper right, was Neon Genesis Evangelion, and then the bottom two quadrants was Mob Psycho 100, and then...
well, don't say your winner yet since Mob actually made the finals. So,
Okay.
Pat, what about you?
All right, for me, my final four From the upper left, it was Bobobo. From the upper right, it was Kill la Kill. Bobobo winning over Kill la Kill. And for the bottom section, it was from the bottom left, it was Naruto opening 4 versus from the lower right, Yu Hakusho opening 1 with Naruto winning. So my final matchup was Bobobo versus Naruto with Naruto winning.
Wow. Okay. I'll go ahead and say mine. My upper half, I had Bleach versus Evangelion. I have Bleach winning, and in my I've already said my bottom half, I have One Punch Man versus Mob, and I had Mob winning that. So, all that being said, Mob Psycho 100 versus Pop Team Epic. What is our collective winner?
I like Pop Team Epic's opening more.
Okay.
Visually and song-wise.
Okay. Wenzel.
Mob Psycho 100.
Patrick.
It actually is difficult even in this moment because they're both so visually varied,
Striking,
and everything about them is just so iconoclastic and just idiosyncratic, and they're both very strong. But I feel like Mob Psycho might get the edge.
I have to give this to Mob Psycho, and let me say why. Pop Team Epic is great, and again, this is another scenario where I have to take personal preference into account because both openings are so strong and memorable to me personally. The Mob opening is as close to as a perfect opening as we've ever had in anime. And I truly believe it is probably the best anime opening of all time. It won my bracket. Full disclosure,
that's
won
your
my bracket.
opinion.
No, and I get, and like I said, personal preference. To me, the Mob Psycho 100 opening is as close to as a perfect opening as we have. If it is perfect. Not to say there aren't other great 10 out of 10 openings. Obviously there are, but the Mob one to me is just on another level. That's my piece.
Does anybody want to guess what mine was?
It was Mob.
No, you have Evangelion over Mob.
Oh, Evangelion. I forgot. Yeah.
I was gonna say Ava.
Yeah, it won.
Yeah.
There's no contest.
I figured that.
No question.
The final two, I originally thought it was going to be Eva and Mob. But
Yeah.
People surprised me liking Pop Team Epic more.
Yeah. So, I think just because it is a 3-on-1 here with Mob, and you also have Mob going to the championship round, I think it has to be Mob. So
Yeah, no, Mob beat out One Punch Man. So yeah.
Yeah, One Punch Man sucks ass.
Oh,
Piece of shit, dookie butthole. I'll tell you that right now. No chance of beating Head Chala.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that wasn't a Cody matchup, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so the winner of the best anime OPs of all time from your friends at AYCH, Mob Psycho 100. Wenzel, how long did that take? How long have we been going?
2 hours and 36 minutes.
Holy shit. Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm pulling your leg?
We're all just...
You're just making up numbers.
I told Wenzel and Cole, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago in the car, I was like, there's 3 ways the anime OPs are going to go. Either A, nobody's going to be happy. B, one person's going to be happy. Or C, everybody's going to be happy. And I said, I'd rather nobody be happy than one person be happy. I lied. I'm very happy Mob Psycho.
I'm unhappy. I would just say that.
Yeah. So you're kind of... What about you? Are you happy? So, wow. The
You
scenario...
didn't even predict it right.
Great. Tanner won the podcast.
Well, after I get through beating up Wenzel, I'm going to beat up you, Tanner.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't do anything wrong today.
That's true.
Hey, Cole, you want to help me beat them up?
I've already started. Microaggressions.
But I will say, just because that is our collective bracket, by no means does that mean that is the definitive bracket. Send us your brackets if you filled out a bracket. Send us brackets all throughout March. Today's only the 18th. Send us brackets.
Love to
There's
see
still at
'em.
least 30 more days of March left.
Yeah, March is by far the longest month. Everybody knows there's 67 days in March.
Tell us how much you hate us and how stupid we
Yeah,
are
tell us-
for letting Mob win.
No, I mean, we may shit on each other's brackets, but
Yeah.
that's just all in good fun.
Yeah.
Seeing other people's opinions, is very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to hear. I would love to hear a case of people that nominated Rose of Versailles. I would love to hear reasoning why they believe Rose of Versailles is a great opening.
Yeah.
So send it to us at AYCH Podcast, and thank you for listening to this week's edition of the show, episode 99. Episode 100 is next week. Holy shit!
How appropriate that Mob Psycho 100 would win on the eve
The
of
week. Wow. That was planned by me.
You know,
guys, I'm just going to say it. We planned that.
You.
But thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's episode of the show. If you're listening on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Spotify, all of our RSS feed catchers, leave us a like, a review, a subscription, a rating, a comment. Tell us what you like about the show. Tell us what you dislike about the show. Tell us what you are very lukewarm about on the show or ice cold about on the show. But I should say, Friday we have a not a non-canon file, a Star Wars file coming out. Our Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. I don't even know if I'd call it a review, but y'all should listen to that podcast. It's personally one of my favorite podcasts we've ever recorded. So y'all should listen to that. We have a special guest on. Y'all will get to hear her give her piece on Friday. The 22nd, on March 25th, we are releasing episode 100. Send it around. It's going to be a fun time.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your pets.
Yeah.
Tell them all.
Tell everybody about episode 100.
Tell strangers, tell your coworkers.
Yes. It's a very, we get into it next week on the show, but it's a very cool milestone in the AYCH history. So thank you. Follow us on Twitter at AYCH Podcast. If we reach 200 followers before we turn 2, I'll eat 30 chicken nuggets in 3 minutes on stream. Okay, I'll just say that right now.
If not, you'll probably do it anyways.
I'll probably do it anyways. So yeah, follow us on Twitter, AYCH Podcast, and follow us on Twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear. This last week we did 3 days of Mario streams. They were fantastic. Actually, probably the most successful streams on Twitch ever.
Ninja,
of
look out.
any channel. Watch out, Ninja. We coming for you.
In more ways than one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samsung's already knocking on our door too, buddy. Honey, Ninja called. You're going to nationals. You know that commercial? The Samsung.
Yes.
Yeah, I hate that commercial.
Yeah.
All right. You can follow us on twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear. You follow us on Instagram, AYCH Podcast. We have some great art over there done by the lovely Patrick and the lovely Wenzel, as always. We have a new post at least once a week. Follow it. It's great. It's good. And you can follow me, Tanner, on Twitter at Tanner1495.
I am Colt, and you can follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. Just live your life. Hey. Hey.
This is Patrick. Thank you for listening. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at John Lost His Name. You can follow my art on Facebook at John Lost His Name Art.
Thank you for listening. This is Wenzel. You can follow my Twitter at Winsy Wilkie and follow my art Instagram at World of Winsy. Thank you.
Episode 100 next week.
Take your beating like a man, Wenzel.